Oh God, another wonderful day, another fine day, and we get together and have conversations. We get together and we talk. We get together and we talk about things that are affecting our community. We get together and we talk to persons with ideas. We get together and we talk, and the goal is to just have conversations that can help us get better. It's going to be another sort of conversation for now with my brother Innocent, and Azumbu will definitely join us later. However, we were supposed to have Makun today, but you know how these things work. You make your plans and God decides what happens. We propose and God disposes. We definitely hoping we're going to have him not long from now. And I know for sure it's going to be a beautiful show. I know for sure it's going to be a fine show. You say song.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, or hello everyone watching us over there. We are once again together today to talk about everything that's happening in the community. We have a lot of topic that we're going to discuss today. We have several people, several minds that will be sharing their ideas, their views, and then we can make our community grow in such in this manner. So today I'm going to be talking with Nasako. You know him as Toridey. We're going to go a little bit about his football background, and why touching his football background, we will just be pointing out some certain relevant aspect of the football, from the training, from the talent acquisition, from the growing up on, then for those who made it to stardom and those who didn't. So we're going to touch a little bit of what makes some people succeed and some people don't. With some people with a lot of talent that couldn't succeed in football. So we're going to touch a little bit of those topics today. So thank you once more. You can share your view. You can participate in the comment section. You can, at a certain point of a live, we're going to open the line for you guys to call and chip your ideas, your opinion, your views, and even your questions in. And thank you to be with us so far.
Yeah, I actually wanted us to start with I made a post earlier today, especially about Onana.
Yeah.
So Manchester United play, and he was not even part of the team that traveled.
Yeah.
And they used the other goalkeeper and they lost 4-1. And now one thing about our community is we're always looking for excuses for the easy way out. So while every other person was thinking, oh, Manchester United, it means oh, tu vois, on n'en a pas le problème, on n'en a pas le problème. I just decided to think differently, and my opinion was, it is not like Onana is better. What has happened today is only showing us that the only reason Manchester United has continued to use Onana is because the second goalkeeper is far more worse than Onana. So if this is to say that if Manchester United had somebody who was a little bit closer to Onana, maybe they'll prefer that person to Onana.
So what do you think? What do you think that is happening in Man U now that maybe they've put the second one, a goalkeeper which is the Bayadi, and he couldn't deliver? I think they lost like 4-1 to Newcastle.
Yeah.
So he took 4 goals on, in which he made some direct mistake. Like the fourth goal, he was trying to clear the ball, but actually give a pass to the opponent.
That's it. Guess what? He was trying to play like Onana. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
I know people don't like the idea, but he is trying to play like Onana, and he made that mistake. And that's why I keep saying, if this guy was a little bit good, you understand? And he explains why Onana is not making any effort.
Because he
knows that whether they like it or not, you're going to play me. I'm far more better than the other guy. Explains why right now Manchester United is in the market looking for what?
Well, they say that they are trying to get this Japanese goalkeeper. I think it's Suzuki. They're trying to get that. But let's see what unfolds.
So why do you think they're looking for a goalkeeper?
Yeah, because they want to give them not enough chances to be winning the games. It's
because the goalkeepers they have are not actually performing.
Yeah, I mean,
bro, if they were good, if they were average, if they consider them average, they will not be looking for another goalkeeper.
Yeah,
you cannot spend million in 2 years and you're looking for another goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So that is
not just the goalkeeping position in Manchester. We have even the defense has to, the whole team has to be built up to rebuild. They have to maybe sell all those players and rebuild. If they had a very good training, say on the youth team, I would have said they just do like Barcelona, get young player from your academy and bring them up, because right now those players who are there, I think something is damaged. They are damaged somehow psychologically, because you can imagine these top performing players, these top world-class player playing in Manchester, and they cannot deliver. For like 3 seasons now, they have not been delivering at all. And this season is even worse, because they are fighting, they are in a 13th place. 14 today, a place in the championship, which is historically low. So, I mean, they have to rebuild every aspect of the team, everything.
And this is what most people don't understand. I am not saying Onana is the problem of the team. What I'm just saying is Onana is part of the problem. We have seen situations where people keep saying, "Oh, if you are a short stopper and you stay there and you are GTO, you have 10 TOB, 10 shots to the goal, right? And you don't have any choice, but you don't encaisse au moins 2 ou 3." That's not true. On the contrary, if the Manchester United defense or team was bad, but Onana comes out every day to make them win 1-0. Or they draw 0-0, or you understand, or they win 2-1, it will be completely something that Onana can take to something big, to another bigger club. So like the Chinese people always say, everywhere there's a problem, there's possibility for you to turn it into goal and exploit. Just imagine that with this bad team that Manchester United had, Onana was actually stopping all the shots, doing all the miracles and making them win trophies and stuff like that. He would have been the #1 in the world, and now Real Madrid and all these other clubs will be looking for him. But guess what? If you only rely on the fact that, oh, they say like the fans never, but the defense is not good, the midfield is the team, then all you're doing is saying that I'm not good also. And that is the reason why Manchester United is looking for a goalkeeper. I'm not saying Onana is the only problem. No. Guys, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying Onana is the only problem. I'm just saying the Onana that I used to know, if you look at his reflexes, if you look at the goal that they shot the ball, he pushed it back, you understand? Too many things you can criticize. First of all, goalkeepers don't usually send the ball back directly. They try to send it to the side. You understand? And then, bro, you send the ball back. It took you like 10 years to wake up and then go to the player. And then you're going to the player like the player is your uncle or your brother or something. Bro, the way goalkeepers go up to that player, même toi, l'attaquant, you'll be scared.
Yeah. You know, sometimes, I mean, for me, the way I'm saying it, just to give you another chance to, for me, the way I'm saying it is like, it's not just Onana, the problem of United. The team as a whole need to be reformed. They need to, I mean, the top management need to rethink the politics of Man U, because they have been failing for like 6 years now. I remember Mourinho, when we was leaving the club, he said, "Man, I've won Champions League, I've won Premier League, I've won Liga and all of that with big clubs, but this Europa League I've just won with Manchester, for me, is for me the most the greatest achievement of my career." People were not listening to him back then. They were saying now he's not up to the task. You understand? But after like 6 years later, everyone is saying that he was pinpoint right. So they have to start from scratch and fix whatsoever is going on with the team. I don't think Onana, that was one of the best goalkeeper last year, or when he was playing with Inter, and then whenever he came, he was even winning the some awards in the EPL, like player of the month, goalkeeper of the month or something. So there's something that is fundamentally that is fundamentally going wrong in Manchester, that need to be addressed as a whole, not just individually.
So now this is the thing, right? When he wins the EPL player of the month or goalkeeper of the month, we don't say it was because of the team. We say it's because it's Onana.
No, it's a teamwork.
No. That's what I'm trying to say is, when he wins EPL player of the month or goalkeeper of the month, we are like, oh, Onana is the best. We don't say Manchester United is good. At this point in time, we don't say, oh, the players, the defenders are bad, and we celebrate Onana. But then when he loses and he is the worst and he makes mistakes, what do they say? We want to make it look like, oh no, it's the defense, is the no.
No, Onana has to take his own responsibility of whatsoever is going on in Manchester. He's been giving some poor performance out there. We should be honest at least to say that to everybody. We don't just pet him and say no, everything is good. It's just because the club is not performing as a whole. No, as a whole they are not performing, but individually he has some mistake that he's making that is really costly to the club. So we have to point that out as well. So anyways, like we said, we leave this on an issue. Let him fix whatsoever is going on psychologically with him, spiritually with him, and like I said, let him go and make peace with his godfather. That some might not see the implication right now, but he himself, he's feeling it. He's feeling in his body that the stars are no more aligned for him to perform. Let him go and fix whatsoever is going on.
And guess what? That's the other problem we have, right? Instead of us to come out as Cameroonians and address the issue in a sustainable way, we are trying to cover things up. Now the agenda they are pushing is, oh, no, some Cameroonais, when we go out there, it should be le Cameroun d'abord, le pays d'abord.
And I have one problem with this kind of thing.
Concept.
Yeah, concept. Because whenever we say that we are Cameroonais now, when Onana is undergoing this heat, we should be Cameroonais when other Cameroonian is going under the same heat.
Situation.
So we don't have to be having this selective mind or this selective reaction or emotional reaction because we are fan of this and not fan of the other one. You can love Onana without hating the other guy. You understand? So now I'm going to ask them. So when Samuel Eto'o, because now they put Onana and Samuel Eto'o as one against the other, this is the fans doing that. I don't think that they have this kind of even relationship. So Samuel Eto'o will ever be the father of Andre Onana. Whether
you guys like saying forget Godfather stuff,
whether you like it or not,
it's crazy.
Whether you like
how
it
you
or
want
not,
to discredit somebody who helped you to somewhere, and then you think nature is just going to sit and smile.
So he should go back there and fix it. And then whenever Eto'o was attacked, why didn't you guys build as a Cameroonian? You become and show this kind of solidarity to Eto'o when he was being attacked
by
let me say by a foreigner. I don't even want to pronounce the name.
No. I prefer we call his name.
So
because
we have to be coherent with our reasoning. So let be coherent with our reasoning. So today we want Onana to get out of this situation, but not just getting out of it, but fix whatsoever is taking him down to this path.
Yeah.
All right. So if you just say no, let's support Onana and actually don't address what is going on in Onana's life, no, bro, we are not doing him any good. We are just covering whatsoever is going on. And then tomorrow, when the same thing will happen, what will you say? So we have to fix it from the bottom.
Zombie, welcome.
Thank you, boss.
Ava.
Adeo Masa, how are you?
Just do it, they pay you for where that thing for Toridey.
No mind him as welcome,
I remember
brother.
back in the days, well, see person who just do it now, so you shake it, damn. Now that original that. What do you think about the Onana situation? I made a post earlier today. I don't know if you don't see and I showed that post already get more than 100 comments right now. People going back and forth, and I said, so people they celebrate say the second goalkeeper for Manchester United. Oh, it don't show him that Onana be the problem because the goalkeeper can say 4 goals. You understand? It don't show him that Onana be a problem. But me I tell them, say Onana not look at that way. Onana instead look and I say it means if the goalkeeper be better small. Manchester would already put Onana for outside use that goalkeeper. People they vex say, oh, and they support Onana. Are the only one find a way for make excuses? What do you think?
Yeah, you see, I think I want repeatedly talk for your platform say the level where our football they show the reflection of our society. How
network palava.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So let me just Jimmy Flash. You understand? Onana has named people who train him. He has not said Eto'o didn't help him. Bro, this is exactly what we are trying to get to say. If you keep pampering, if you keep covering it without addressing it, you're going to find ourselves in this kind of situation. Yeah. With the year you now, your network with the worry, a zombie.
Yeah. Always. Now, hell, MTN and Orange. Oh, I get to the switch. So, beating this, so we get it reflect our country. People bitter, people hypocrisy na the order of the day. You understand? You don't see people the way they bash Undwa. I used to ask her whether Undwa na foreigner na Chadian. No. People they pray me Undwa fail, me Undwa no get club.
I tell you.
You see people they pray me, yeah, man let me Toridey, I'll still tell you. Some person don't come my inbox can ask me, say, you know they understand me. I say you don't get to understand me because I need inherit people with that problem way I don't know me that problem. Because the man they ask us are the advocates to pay for Eto, but are they the similar picture Onana, the playboy Onana? It's none of my business if them two they get differences. That one are their business. This guy, you definitely get into Manchester. Unfortunately, back then, they will say when you move to airports and those where they travel a lot, they identify you now using Eto, Cameroon Eto or Roger Miller. You understand? These guys are our ambassadors and they represent this flag. How will they turn against them? And just for remind public, Andre Onana no come AFCON 2017 because he won't get a place for Ajax. Fabrice Ondwa can be first choice goalkeeper, win that tournament.
Yeah.
Toxa come out say, na Ondwa they like him. Ondwa na good goalkeeper. But after that, Ondwa don't overget difficulties for a career. Now, 2019, Sidorf were close to Eto. News be this na Eto bring Sidorf. Cancer play Onana. Same Cameroonian, same analysts, they want to know them. Sa bash Onana. Say Onana not get to be. I mean, this is supporters for today.
Yeah.
Because trust me, most haters of Eto, they don't automatically become supporters of Onana. Since after their breakup for Qatar.
Yeah.
You understand? Yes, automatically, so the game the goal. It's not a war of clans. I tell Malik the other day, said it's in another midday. When it's wrong, it's wrong. On day where Onana they bury Etoipa, Onana do a post congratulating Mark Brice, welcoming him. I do post on Facebook, say that thing, that petit frère lack he lack emotions. You know if you do so. And man review you something. Est-ce que you know say time for Funde Sport? It will be the call papa personally. With mommy, they go pick up that pitching them. They assist, say yes. So you know if you do so on a day where they bury that man. You do understand? And this thing that's some lesson for sure we say the younger ones where they follow this show them. Your entourage matters. You understand? Yes. No one can now people the way will do so, and they help your career.
Yeah.
Trust me, say Onana in communication poor. I don't say don't make some post even after the ball. Yeah, it don't make some post. Onana don't post to Instagram. Say they go blame now. You do some emoji. You don't do that. I'm not talking about become. Yeah, you see now. Go on Instagram, look his story. You don't do that. You're a professional. And wait till be this outburst. Wait till be the outburst. I've been a United fan for over 22, 23 years. I know how our evolution don't be. Now so United with the struggle and struggle. Onana be get some difference with this. They are because both sides, Eto get the online warriors, Onana get the own. After some exchange on the United lost match, Onana go post a record, go post the trophy the way they win now. Who does that? We talk about Manchester United, you go post the Eredivisie. That means you're not ready for play for Manchester. You do understand? Manchester get 3 Champions League, you go post Italian Cup. You don't understand? Now a big club, you don't stay or win EPL. So you know focused. Me I talk. See when me I talk for back here. Now you will see talk. And we don't be now way. Do a football. People no one criticize. People no think say anything we Onana do right. Anything we Eto do right. Whatever he right. No. You will tell person say he wrong. I be tell my fellows and my friend, big journalists say, Onana need for shut up with this communication. I never see learn. If Onana never make declaration, say Lyon United strong pass Leon. He make that two mistake there. Enough for hard the way we had now. You understand? Yeah, that's enough to blow up. You are a professional, Sako. Time when I go Garo, I no sure say press conference. Cotton Sport be ever talk say they go beat Njalakwan on Njalakwan is a weaker side. Nobody does that.
Yep.
Yeah, professionals are taught how to communicate. Nobody does that. I'm saying the hot Manchester derby the way Manchester don't be the last. So would one play City they for top form. I don't ever hear Guardiola, De Bruyne or who talk say the strong pass United. No. They talk say it remains a derby, even though we go through difficulty. And we even talk who strong pass who. Now United that they come over win 4-1, they come over beat 3. So we strong pass Lyon how? You do understand? So now the team that way is start, Matich too, and some people they forget this thing. Former players there for clubs. Matich, maybe Cameroonians, they don't know. Matich will be one of those senior players away, try to instill discipline for United Vestiaire. It not be like the fact say will not be the win trophies. So they be put.
Oh, that network, the
That
worry.
network. Yeah, what you think about what you didn't talk?
No, he did talk. The simple truth now, my brother. He did talk na simple truth. So we have to, I mean, we have to be honest to ourselves and honest even to Andre Onana. We want him to succeed.
Yeah.
But we cannot keep covering his mistake. We have to point it up for him to correct it and be a better goalkeeper for him, for his career, and for the club that is defending. Nobody wants him to go back, to go down. Nobody wants him. But if we don't tell him what is going on with him, for him to adjust himself and be in a better position where he can perform and let it perform and speak for him, we're going to find ourselves in this same situation over and over again.
And that is the same thing. That when I did the post today, that's just what I wanted to point out to Cameroonians. What I wanted to do is we cannot continue to tolerate certain things because, oh, this is Cameroonian, oh, this is no. We have to show him the other side of things. My post was simple and basic for any person you want to understand with the clear eyes. If you can't read my post with the mindset of, oh, Toridey don't like Onana. You like Onana past me. I've made more than 20 posts about Onana, praising him, supporting him when he came to Manchester United and he was doing all the mistakes that he was making. I will still post and encourage Cameroonians to. But guess what? It gets to a point where you look at things and you feel like, no, this one is your responsibility.
Yeah.
I don't play ball. I know football. I know when player make mistake because he not be efficient, because name na a 0.4. You understand? I know when a player makes a mistake because they are not training. Number one problem for that game where he passed, that goal, the second goal, Onana wrong bad ball back. You understand? The way we do it, and guess what? You know, and that kind of goal, how many times did he at least 3 or 4 times?
Yes.
Where they shoot short, in punch and first of all, you punch and directly for attack a foot.
Yeah.
You understand? And then for wake up now, even go attack the ball, he used like how many years? Now they go keep a problem. First of all, when they shoot shot for your skin, you didn't punch them for outside, you didn't knock them go outside. You tap because à part de l'autre côté. Mais quand tu tapes sur le défenseur, c'est d'abord ton première erreur. Maintenant, quand tu as donné, when you give it to the attacker, the next thing is your reflex wake up. Onana slow for wake. I don't say tall, I don't say it big, I don't say, but guess what? Goalkeeper away the train. You understand? And how can Onana train when the number 2 behind him is 0? And that was the point I was trying to make. You understand? The person who for backing it, it means that the person don't get no chance to play. So he not getting no pressure. He knows whatever he does, he's going to play. And that is the same thing they're trying to do with the national team. You understand? You bring players who don't have any name, you bring a passee, and even when they ask the coach, what did he say? Magui said it categorically. I don't need another goalkeeper because Onana is the one who is always going to play. Is that the mentality we are supposed to have as a team, as a country? No. Onana is supposed to be there. Fabrice Ondwa is supposed to be there. The guy who won the Golden Globe for the Ballon d'Or is supposed to be there. He is supposed to look back and feel like, hey, if I don't do my best, I'm going to sit on the bench. Not that if I don't do my best, I still have another chance to fix up things. Look at what happened in Côte d'Ivoire. He came against Senegal, he collected 3, we put him on the bench, and we play Ondwa. And he qualifies us. We go to the semi-final, Ondwa loses, we go out of the competition. If Ondwa had the bad game at the quarter-final or 8th final, guess what? we'll put him outside, I will put Onana. That is how you make a group competitive, and then you start seeing results.
That's it. That's exactly what. But I want to also address. You saw Zombie said that Onana made a post on Instagram, but some people are on in the comment section like Ajab are saying that no, it's not Onana that made that post on Instagram. Probably somebody is impersonating him on Instagram and all of that. So we want to clear that off. So yeah, and then we are, like I said, we are not saying this because we want to bring him down. We're saying this because we want him to correct the mistakes and improve himself, all right? And stop fighting those unnecessary political fight, get involved with this, on that, and how he wants to run the national team on his own. It's a lot of energy the guy is putting out. We cannot talk, we as a Cameroonian, we cannot talk to the whole man. Me personally, I'm not a Manchester fan. If Manchester lost every single day, I'm happy. My team is winning the EPL right now, so I'm okay with that. So now, but I will talk to Onana because he's my fellow Cameroonian. But I'm not want to be talking because I want to bring him down. I want to destroy him. No, I want him to pay attention to what he's been doing wrong lately so that he can fix it. The team can be poor, but you stand out with your performances. So focus your energy on your performances, focus your energy on your training, focus your energy on your football. And then now the result on the field, your statistic will speak for yourself. That's what I'm saying to Onana. So now we're going to move on from this topic. We've been dragging this and that off for, and then
no.
You want to say something before you go?
Yeah. So we need to be addressing some of these comments, right?
Yeah.
Our brother, Don Manplain, is saying, so Man U a poor performance now because Onana get issues with the toe. It is very, very possible. Guess what? When you are a young goalkeeper who is super talented, and instead of you focusing on your game, mind you guys, Onana a problem in the start now when, after World Cup, pay attention very well. Onana problem really started like Onana get problem after World Cup. After he had a problem with Rigobert's song at the World Cup and he left the camp and he came back, whatever. Now for the way Onana problem started aggravate small. You understand? When he be there for Manchester, for Inter Milan, he never had any problem with the coach of the national team, even when they did not call him or whatever. He didn't have any problem with Samuel Eto'o or anything. We did not really hear any problems. You understand? But once you come for World Cup and you start making the problem public, and then people start addressing it, so people are saying you are the one that is wrong. Your captain comes out and say, oh, the coach pal, and blah, blah, blah. Guess what? It starts sinking you because psychologically, you sit and instead of you to focus on the game, you're wondering if, maybe Mole Kombi is somewhere with Samuel Eto'o and they're negotiating their deal and maybe they're going to abandon me and all of these things. Oh, how can I call Abubakar to convince him to go against Eto'o? Or how can I call all these players? Because that is the role he's playing right now with the national team. So whether we like it or not, psychologically, Onana is involving himself. That's what we are saying. Onana is involving himself in situations that he was not even supposed to be a part of
at all.
All he was supposed to be worrying is on m'appelez-vous venir jouer, je viens, je donne mon 100%, je rentre. But right now, what he's doing is he wants to know who they are calling. Why they are calling this person. Oh, they should not call this person. Whether you like it or not, he's involved in those things. We saw it when they did the press conference, right? Il était assis à côté d'un garde. C'est un garde qui avait la lettre. Qui veut dire même que Abubakar n'était pas là quand on a pris la lettre, tu vois. And Garde and Onana are close friends. Which means he knows everything that was happening. So that when we say whatever he's doing is affecting him psychologically, you guys don't even know. Football is played 90% psychological and 10% on the field.
Yeah.
That was why in 1990, I don't know, maybe most of you guys were not even born. I was already like 30 years in 1990. Maradona came to the field after they did the exchange avec the captain, his soul rest in peace, Tato. What did Maradona do? He took the ball, tap. He raised it to the shoulder.
He played with the shoulder.
Dibaken was always telling us that before that game, they had a weight in their locker room.
Yeah.
They were trying to lift that weight. Most of them were not even able to lift it. Maradona came into their locker room. You know how they usually do the control. The captain comes and they do the control, the license. Maradona came into their locker room and lifted that weight like that. He said Tato and the other guys came and told him that you have work today. So
basically what we are just saying is football is more of a mind game, and that was what happened between Onana and Matic. You understand? Guess what? Matic was not even playing. Did he play the game? He did not play the game against Manchester. But why did they use him to respond? Because they know he has the status, he has everything to talk to someone like Onana, or to insult someone like Onana, and Onana is going to focus on that instead of focusing on his game.
So my point is that we are not looking at it in an objective way. I want us to be objective. I'm talking to Onana's fan. So now let's go back from the Qatar situation. You have a coach that is the coach who is supposed to be your boss. Like now, you're claiming the white guy, the Caucasian guy is your boss. So whatever he say, that's what you guys do. So Rigobert Sonda was supposed to be your boss, is making a tactical display, and he's talking to the players. You are challenging his authority in front of the other players, and you expect him to keep you in his team. So, bro, let's be honest to each other. If you were in the position of Rigobert Sonda, would you have kept Onana in that squad?
Nope,
I don't think so. Never. If you're in the position of the president of the federation, you being close to Andre as your son, he comes to you to tell you that, hey, this is what your coach is doing and all of that. You being the president, would you have given Onana the right?
Nope.
No, because if you do that, you just kill the institution. You just kill the authority of the head coach. So now we have to learn to give him his own responsibility to bear. We are not just there to cover, say, nah, he didn't do this wrong, he didn't do right. Yeah, there's something that he did right, there's something that he did wrong. So now let's point the wrong so that he can become he can make it right again and start performing. Yes, he went. They took him out of the squad. They sent a letter to Inter to let Inter know that he is no longer part of the squad. So if he's not back with you, that means he's somewhere else that we don't know. That was a responsible letter. It was not actually throwing Onana under the bus. It was responsible, so that we don't need you anymore. Go back to your club. That's it. It was Inter de Milan.
I want to ask a zombie because that's another area of contention. That's another area where I don't know if that word I used was correct, contention, but I know that's another area where people are talking a lot about the letter that Fekafoot sent to Inter when Onana was, I don't want to use the word kicked out, when he left the camp or when they sent him out of the camp.
Yeah, they sent him out.
Was it necessary? Was it okay? Or what do you think about that letter?
I think we have an issue. There is a lot of manipulation as we speak. Yeah. You know, both parties, be it Fekafoot or the opponents, whatever you call them, they manipulate public opinion. You understand?
Yeah.
Some of these things, yeah, you might present something which is normal. His employer is Inter de Milan. And if I come, I take a player from Inter, and Inter, his employer knows he's in a training camp or a competition with me. I have the duty to inform you he is leaving. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
You even have convocating a player. There's a process. The coordinator of the Lions sends a mail to the club in question weeks before. You understand? And the player is informed, okay, you'll be convocated for this. So most of these things, I think, with the coming of Eto'o, a lot of things have been made known to the public and in different ways. As I said, they might use the proper information to manipulate the public opinion. You understand? And they now see this guy A was out to frustrate or terminate the career of B. You understand? But these are normal things. I think Eto'o made an outing, an unofficial outing, while talking to club presidents about.
I remember that outing.
About Andre, I'm sure you know the outing when he was saying 2017 Europa League final, while seated at the VIP lodge, watching the game United versus Ajax. Onana gave, I think, a very long pass, and people were surprised, like, who is this kid? And he said, that is the best goalkeeper in the world. Trust me, keep this. You understand? And he explained whatever happened in Qatar, they know what happened between them. So these things are normal. Unfortunately, nowadays, because Eto'o is the president of FECAFOOT, you see pro formers or the bills sent to MINSEP requesting fund for the Lions. It's all over. Yes, I even saw there was a bill they talked about. I'm talking about manipulation of public opinion. They talked about FECAFOOT trying to inflating the bill for a flight ticket for Nuhu Tolo. I think there was a business class ticket for over 7 million francs.
12.
He had to leave, settle to, you understand? So these guys, they put this stuff out saying, this is Tolo's ticket. Normally it's supposed to be an average man who hasn't traveled will know, maybe going to the States, business class should be 1.something million. Meaning Eto'o wants to embezzle the sum of 6 million francs CFA. But these are things just, we claim to be experts in all the fields. No, there are things we don't know. This is something, just get to someone who does this, the ticketing business. You understand? Someone who has a mastery of Amadeus, or how do they call this stuff? Check a business class with Air France, settle Paris, Douala. You understand? Because most of these guys leave urgently. They don't, it's for a short period. You understand? And guess what? Some people checked this. I even noticed we had more expensive fares. And I'm still saying this, people are not aware. FIFA had changed certain things. Players had to travel with business classes. Things are not the same again. Yeah.
I want to answer some questions. So, Mandy, first of all, your question where you ask him, if it be very misleading, you say, bro, just answer. I finish. Bro, I just answer question directly. Was FECAFOOT right to ask intent to punish? FECAFOOT did not ask intent to punish Onana. The only thing FECAFOOT did was, you sent us this player that we requested for you to send.
Exactly.
And you sent us this player. Right now, the player is not with us anymore. We just wanted to let you know that we let him go. Or he decided to kick himself out of the group. It was just reporting, which is something that is done every day when it comes to football.
Toridey. Nothing this way they talk about the social media now. People, they don't even know. I used to talk this thing with some of my friends. Man, they don't even know how office they operate. You don't even know, say, such letters them be very important. But internet now, all man get data, one expressway to where they call an opinion. These things are normal. Federation get right for tear your club, say the man they come back because he don't tear his ankle or this or that. You don't understand? But people they put the letter now for public, they pro Onana them, they turn them some way. Better read that letter again. Go read their way. Maybe Soko be Castelletto carry injury with Lions. Now the same letter where they go send them for Nantes, for inform Nantes say nothing this way that happen. People don't even know self say most of the players when they camp with Lions, where they don't request them from their clubs. If something happen where responsibility no they some party go get to lose a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. So the man where they ask the question, now one of that's in them. I see someone the other day, some person talk about Funde Sport, they see chop money for Onanati today. That basic thing that for football, some man don't know. You see some man they can't argue. Those letters are normal. Now because now we don't even get professionalism, no the way all letter they now some person you just snap and send them for social media. The letter they not even be meant for public use. It not be meant for yes. Now it's leaving one, it leave an organization to another. FECAFOOT to Inter. Yes, it
even understand the other thing that happen. Before now, we maybe know, but guess what? Even for Iya Mohammed at time, the other or the rest them, they will still do the same thing. It is just a formal way for communicate now, formal way for do things. So make sure say so kind of discrepancies and no deal like my brother talk. Where if you leave so happening, for lawsuit or whatever, bro, these clubs they spend millions upon millions for the players ahead. So at every point in time, you get for the communicate with the club. We some player day. We say they now wait till they do now. How he come back fine, he not come back fine. Player if he come over national team injury, he hide for club, he go play some game. Now the national team is responsibility now for report for club say the player will be sent for you they so we don't send number for you, is they fine, or we don't send number for you broken ankle. If you want to use your broken ankle now, you know. You understand? It's just not just a responsible thing for do. And like my brother has already talk, the problem with the challenge to the educator and why I would do some of these shows so for educate some of you on how the thing they work. Because most of you don't realize one I don't even know. The person for country don't talk say, oh, a toe right letter, a Samuel Fekavu right letter, made a punish Onana. Fekavu the tell they made a punish le woo. Go read the letter. It shows you never even read the letter. It shows you
I'm talking manipulation of public opinion there. Yeah, manipulation of public opinion there.
And they want just push a wrong narrative, which is what is bad. No man no hate Onana. That way don't happen for all player them for all level. When I remember say for 2018, as don't be correct me if I'm wrong, they suspended two for national team. Guess what? If they don't come now, if Fekavu president with the executive committee decide say they suspend Onana, it go be a scandal. It go be like, oh, why? Because trust me, if me I was Samuel Eto'o, you see that too Abubakar they do and so. For that 11 p.m., una do on 2 or 3 days before match, I don't get problem with them. Una do on 11 p.m. when una get game the next day. Una go reach for vestiaire 5 minutes late because una thought una no enter our feet until the put Muna have a bench. And they suspend you the Abubakar. Suspend you, suspend Gade, suspend Onana. Make country like
no when they suspend the talk say they no one may broke record. Now the level that would don't be. Yeah, now the level that would don't be. Abubakar scores some game at Zimbabwe. The comments they were here from elderly people say what she done. Would there for some very bitter society. I be tell that big man to when Abubakar finish. I said breaking records. We don't see Get Muller break record. Messi send it. Now he asked Messi in Mayo. He put him for Bayern Munich. He resumed. Eto'o broke Laurent Poku a record 2008 on 2006. Laurent Poku sending message. Yes, now normal thing for football when some younger person don't do so. But because of the hatred and waiting, they don't transform them. They don't transform them like na some competition. Abubakar they compare with Eto'o. Eto'o first get 4 African Ballon d'Or. Okay, may break the record, finish, go take 4 Ballon d'Or. If we talk about, you understand, so hatred where it day, I don't see level where they attack even Eto'o younger brother. So a younger brother, the way people don't know it, but he play with Junior Lions. He don't play under 17 too. Etienne. No be his son. Etienne. So now some hatred where they transfer them. Now what society bitter? Trust me, we live in a very bitter society. I see person they talk away, Etienne don't do so, Etienne don't do so, Etienne don't do so. You understand? They attack even Etienne and they don't even know. Sunday they post Etienne. I hear some person can ask and say Etienne play ball. I tell you say Etienne go 2009 World Cup for Egypt under 20 with Wabo, the coach, with Tabot then or Tabot for Tico.
Yep.
Yes, Steve Belek them, forming them. Etienne go World Cup with them. Etienne go under 20 World Cup. Sometimes they be weak on a hatred for David Eto'o say no ball. I ask person say you don't watch David Eto'o play ball. Or not just because you hate him and because Eto'o brother.
David na painter.
They don't know that is the problem. And now the problem that you see somebody just inherit hatred, you don't know. You don't know. I tell them say David Eto'o playing at 2003 generation for under 17 where all man no ball, Musima. You know what I talk about? I yoke them to start them. You can't even Timbi or still win AFCON.
Yeah.
Yes. Now Bia that way maybe did I get the clan them or with him. Bia can make some interview the other day there. Chami is small boy and say that way they enter Kaji, the most talented footballer for that generation will be na David Eto'o.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. So some hatred they way I don't talk say hatred don't block one reasoning. Yeah. People just hate. People define a mistake for criticize, for hate, which is not good.
Yeah.
Cameroon will not be grow so. Would it level for hatred to Ocean? Will not be grow so.
I want ask Innocent. Malik the ask and say, which be the way forward? Which be the way forward? Onana, Eto, Feka Food, Minsep, Cameroon, Manchester United, especially for we the fans, because he did a make Kanana. So for you, which be the way forward?
Are you a Manchester United fan?
No, I mean Onana play for Manchester United, because the argument now is more of we get for just support Manchester United because the Cameroonian is playing for Manchester United.
I don't.
No, more
I
assume.
get you.
Yeah, more assume. So Malik the one know what to be the way for, what to get for do as a community for make sure it's in the worker. What to be a take?
So first thing first, you can love Onana without hating it. You can love Eto, hating Onana. You understand? So the only thing is that we have to take this division among us, put it aside. If you're a fan of Onana, that's good. If you're a fan of Etofis, that's really good as well. And then the most important thing is that since there are people, I'm talking about Eto and Onana, they are people that a lot of Cameroonians are looking up to. They have to sit and fix whatever grievances they are having. They have to fix their differences. They have to come together. They might not be the best friend of the world, but at least show the population that you've grown past all these beefs that you guys are having. And then that would at least appease the situation. And then on a personal level, every Cameroonian should ask himself, why this and why am I talking trash to this and talking good on that? You can criticize without destroying the other.
Yeah.
You can love this one without hating the other. So we have to put in our own personal life, make that difference between fanatism and hatred. Be fan of Onana, be fan of Samuel Eto'o. Don't hate Onana or don't hate Eto'o, and then we can come together. For the MINSEP and the federation, the only thing that can fix the issue is that one of those get kicked out. Either in the next federation election, they don't vote Eto'o, or they remove the minister as the minister of sport, because actually it's not a crisis of institution, it's a crisis of people, of personal ego on that matter.
You know what I disagree. Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
Because if it was institution against another one, they have law. They just have to obey the law that is written. That is, we've given ourselves the law that we need to obey. So if they just obey, anybody play his own role that is supposed to be, without anyone encroaching on other one's prerogative, we will have a better and a calmer atmosphere. But that is happening because ego has happened to be the biggest whatsoever they are fighting for, because no one over there is fighting for Cameroon to be successful. Everybody is fighting for him to have the right that I'm right, I'm rightful, and all of that. I know that some people might disagree.
No, number one, I'm the one. Not everyone is doing that. Number one is that Eto'o is actually Eto'o and Feka Food for the longest time has been trying to make sure we go by the books. We go by what the constitution says. We go by what the presidential decree says.
Yeah.
We go by what the law says and stuff like that. On the contrary, the ministry and Mole Kombi and Onana or behind them and Abubakar, all of these guys are the ones that are trying to create the disorder. You understand? Nowhere on earth with a national team that has a game to play get up at 11 p.m., wake players up, which means that was something that was not even planned by the rest of the group. Wake players up to come and attend a press conference. Most of the players who attended that press conference only got to realize what they were part of during the press conference. So that is the kind of disorder these people are trying to create. That's why I am begging on and I'm urging Cameroonians, I'm urging our people to understand that to solve this problem, we need to move away from that place of, oh, let them go and fix their problem. For instance, let Andre and Onana and Eto'o go and fix their problem. No. Analyze the problem. Look at the problem from whatever you know and say, hey, Onana, you are wrong. Go and apologize or go and make amends. Remember, the problem between Onana and whoever did not start with Onana and the whoever. It started with Onana disrupting training. Rigobert's song says, this is what we should do. Onana said, no, this is what I want. Oh, this is what we should do. No, this is how cool we should play. Oh, this is what we should do. Oh, no, this is how this person should play. So he is actually the one who started the whole thing. Onana, you're just a player. Whether you like it or not. Why is it that when they said that Onana is not going to play the game against Newcastle, why didn't he go on social media and start posting? Why didn't he say, I'm not playing anymore for Manchester United? Over there, he will sit quietly and do what they want him to do. But when he comes to the national, then he wants to be like, okay, I will push my ideas, I'll push my opinions, and this and that. I don't know if you finished your point already, but
No, good.
yeah, Azombi, hello.
Yes.
Then Azombi, what do you think? Malik the ask and say, what will be the way forward? This whole thing, Onana, Feka Foot, Eto, Melekombi, Camo national team, Ajax, especially because at this point in time, so many people feel like, we have to be patriotic. C'est le verrouge jaune d'abord. Si fait même qu'il faut de là-bas, on doit aller supporter. But then we see a situation where in Cameroon, a Belgian comes in, Mark Brees, not a Belgian. Mark Brees comes in and is disrespecting a legend, and we all sit quiet and we feel like it's okay. And I would dare me, I even start back to Onana. The fact that Mark Brees do what you do, you know, go via social media, go post, say, hey, that is the Cameroon of Samuel Eto'o. That's the Cameroon of Roger Mila. That's the Cameroon of Onana. That's the Cameroon of Nganu. You understand? You cannot be doing that. If you don't quiet, and then you come for you sit and you relax, and you say he's the boss. He's not the boss. So for you to be a way forward.
Just to even add for which we talk, I want to make mention of the fact, say, they way Andre welcome Mark Brees. Now they way Eto be the berry I papa. Way that papa be the do something vital. If you get a vital role for Funde Sport, so they just act for which way we did talk. You understand? Yeah. Choose your calms, but you get to be very careful. As I talk, Malik, they talk about the way forward. Malik, what football, number one talk, this is why I talk every day. Now, reflection of our society. What society, they bitter because of the frustration we'll get on daily. Whatever they go online, can offline. I don't use the three different network there. Orange, Camtel, MTN. If you understand how average Cameroonian they suffer, the struggle, you understand? It's a bitter society, not laugh innocent. It's a very bitter society. So you don't get the way as you come out, so I don't see some post way. That post where they talk about where Onana write that in, it shows that in a fake. You know my way post them. Now Eto one of Eto communication people then Ishana. I know now because it be the report for France and France football. It be a very good journalist. I talk it be because I read something for now the fear. Because if you go talk about society, the whole you keep you first. Now I don't post and say na Onana write them. Well, you know, fine. Me at the sit talk am. At the sit talk am. I get plenty people where they surely think for society. I don't write. I start writing me about football at this time for the Eto team because maybe need to call some productive them. Because a lot of things that they happen, people think say football start now. Football not start now. You understand? Experts they don't come out all over. So what is the way forward? The way forward now say for me, there's no way forward. I should say way forward go be na day Eto go leave FA. You understand? Yes, because that the blood did in deep. Trust me.
Yeah, it did.
Yes, it deep. It's deep, very deep. I don't see some articles and how we in those days in Jemba they do this thing. You be ever seen Jemba they fight to someone openly? No. Cameroonian, I be the watch Marseille PSG because I know say Cameroonians the day on both ends. Would the watch made the best win? Will be the support all man. A lot of people play for Wolves. Will be the support. Wolves score Manchester. I notice I say I don't shake why I support Manchester because now a local be score. I be the premier local be get the call up for Lions. You do understand? All of a sudden, I see Sinafok do a publication about Onana being bashed.
Yeah.
But they don't bash Fabrice Ondoa. No be member for that syndicate. So all man don't just be partial the way. Toridey, for see neutral Cameroonian now, you need to set exam because all man don't take his sides. All man not take his side. Reasoning, not dey again. Na emotions. Yeah, na emotions. I mean, it at the level where I open my phone, all the 6 British outlets they were they follow am. Sky Sports, BBC, The Sun, all. Now Andre Onana has been left out.
Yeah.
Andre Onana has been dropped. Cameroonians, they glad. You don't understand? Wusa Ude. Yeah, Wusa Ude. Wusa will stand. You don't reach level where I see publication by one of these Lancet that let them, Una Mante that let Chance Leong. Chance Leong say Nathan Gumu be bewitched by Eto because na Imana e cousin. Now the level that we don't reach. Now the level that we don't reach. So yes, follow Chance Leong. He say be bewitched and guess what? Some picture the way they circulate way Eto the point Imana or waiting. So that when she don't move my phone, ask as she say, now wait till they happen for here. As she say Eto nobody even talk now for you, they talk for some person. You see the manipulation for public opinion all the tongue now. You know that famous picture? On Saturday will come out to play. I showed the man, you see Etone even talk for you. They don't go for level for witchcraft. So they talk how now Eto will Benin, they don't go broke that bikini food. Now which level that? Would they now which level for Cameroon? So the way forward, Malik will bitter. Cameroonians are bitter. Cameroonians are worst. Trust me. Did Eto thing now an illustration? Now an illustration. So for the way forward, I don't know me. For me, I'll glad me to go that calf safe, no even pass the way mission de Cameroon. May it rest for that side. Because the team don't reach level now for settlement of scores and whatsoever.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the way forward is now our society. Some man they coming online for internet, innova chop. Can't tell you how Etofis no get nothing.
So even if Etofis one just focus on CAF stuff, but bro, the man is elected, is not appointed. So he was elected based on of a program. Let people give him the time to at least elaborate his program, at least implement his program. At the end of the first term, which is 4 years, you guys come back and do what you call a meeting or bilan or whatsoever. And if you see that it is not up to the task, vote another one in. But you cannot just give a man 4 years a mandate, and then from the first day he step in, you start fighting. What? I mean, how is it possible for that kind of guy to implement his program when you have to be at task? You have to go what do you call it? CAF. You have to go to the CCA. What? Why?
CCA. And I think we have court cases now at the Special Criminal Tribunal, TCS.
No, they are being incompetent for that. Don't even.
You understand? So no, there's a case where I think Fetcher and 2 other club presidents sued Eto for embezzlement. So it's a very bitter society. I had a conversation with an elder brother today, and I told him this guy can't even focus on this program because he spends time handling battles. We don't even have a proper football program. You understand? Today, I told Musima, I was invited by Makun. Aurelien Cheju has a consulting firm to scout players out and start our next Bonamo Sadi. We had a very beautiful show of youth football. You understand? And there was something I was expecting. I was expecting to see Seidu and his staff on the pitch.
Yeah.
You understand? For the national technical director.
Yeah.
The youth football shouldn't end with Cameroon being eliminated at the just ended AFCON. You understand? There should be continuity.
Exactly.
Yes, today if we had over 7 scouts from European clubs, and you, the coach of the under-17, you are not present. You understand? because of battles left, right, and this. It's unfortunate we go to play competitions and you have Cameroonians praying for a selection to fail. This is something I've never seen in my life.
It's crazy.
Football used to bring us together. Yes. Football used to bring us together. The new one is Eto in French, que c'est un poisseux. Mange carrière for Inter Milan, Chelsea, Barcelona. How many Champions League this, that, this is? That one at the top of your life. If you get Balog, get that kind of thing. Musima?
So the one define Balog now, no. So no. It means we
man get some career. When me have talk say that career. Even the Fundesport, they criticize the Fundesport. People don't even know. Man make it clear today say back then the authorities back then they make Fundesport no for function.
Yep.
Yes, they help Fundesport no for function.
Yep.
When a Fundesport that way, Fundesport not even get complete license. But today we're proud about a goalkeeper like Onana. We're proud about Ondwa. Basokok start for Fundesport. So what if they forbid the football school finisher, he complete? We forget some next generation for footballers the way we for the take now, we think of World Cup. You understand? But the same them, they coach the Fundesport, they no be a to carry Onana go push. No be so something the way you don't see and say the sense of responsibility or appreciation not day again for Cameroon, especially when we come to these football conversations. Yes, because me, I used to even talk say they say when that topic they wake up, they say Eto 2B. I say no, two wrongs don't make it right. And Eto never ever go online for something toxic no LP. Never. Eto no made a fine interview where Eto talk so. Never. Eto don't always appreciate Kaham in particular and Kaji for helping you through a career. So some of these things, as I talk, in our society and as all the think, it just take we go backwards again.
Yeah.
It take we go backwards. I see Lukman began issue with coach for Atalanta. I know see some Nigerians they celebrate. No. Yeah, Nigerians they don't celebrate. You see some people they focus. Sometimes when I want to talk, someone tell me say, we don't be a mess. We don't be a mess. It took a sanction from CAF. Na Cameroonian outlets they jubilate. But Burkina Faso, Mali. So I be right self Burkina Faso say me they give we Eto. May they show we how they respect legend. But for here, you see a post. Sometimes we call morning time for 6:32. Say food don't post. We start coach Eto. Because on that thing no be criticism. You don't really see 300 and something comments. You look on morning time now start coach some way. He named it for Google with over 3,000 search engine. You should not never even get ID card to the coach. Now the society that will live. So me I think now that bitterness and frustration for Cameroonians them. Don't you wake up? Someone over choppy the evening. We can start there to say over chop. Il est ruiné. He don't finish. So the way forward, Malik, that way forward, another way, more job be make God the God we more the CIS go.
Okay.
The bitterness.
Yeah, I want to go for the next. Normally, the conversation today become being about probably me because we're gonna get Makun for talk about yesterday footballers, talk about career, talk about things like that. But because you don't get a chance, we decide to we'll swap Makun Nasaku. Ask me a few questions. Then we'll discuss on a few things. But during that time, we'll leave the phone lines open for any person who want to call. Or make 1 minute contribution about the topic we were talking earlier. The topic we were addressing earlier na Onana and Onana. Especially for my post. That post get now close to how many views? How many comments? Man, crazy number. More than 150 comments in less than how many minutes? And because that is what people want. People want you to post things that are controversial.
Yes,
and then they started comment. The other day, I post for celebrate Onana as an Aries. I made a post and I celebrated Onana and other people in Aries and talk about their leadership and talk about their strong ego and talk about their strong personality. All the people that comment for this post, they're not comment for that one. Because that why you praise person. They should run the quiet. But once I can say, I feel like the second goalkeeper for Manchester United, he don't prove for we say the only reason why Onana they still play like number 1 for Manchester United now because he was the whole way one can explain for me too. I don't know. The post is simple. If that guy take 4 goals today, it means Onana be there, Onana will take 2 or 3, and Manchester United for still lost. So at the end of the day, they prefer my go take 2 goals instead of my go take 4 goals. Now all thing that I talk, people don't craze. Oh, support Onana for waiting. So boys say they respect it too. They respect Cameroonians. More forget about that one. More talk about it too because we'll talk about it now. Maybe discuss football. If they don't get some call, I might check if the call the go through. Hello?
They respect Cameroonians. Oh, forget about Baba.
Yeah, reduce that other volume.
Yeah, how are you?
No,
I don't drop am.
we just say I made a small contribution. Are you sabi?
I remember my small contribution. You just come up for toxic when you post. You want me for this side. People that they come now small and them. When you post controversial, are they for your? What are you? They post when you talk what you don't get for that platform, and they tell you say you so Baba. I don't talk with you for backside. I say Baba, see you don't like Onana. Even the post you can't post and say Onana. So you just post and say why you teach some of we for see how things and they. You understand what you can't teach the water. I know say deep in you be anti Onana. For now, so you be anti Onana. But again, I ask the question I ask them for that chat say. Why you not think say if Onana be there for that coach Onana for survive United instead? United for win that match or draw that match? Why you not think so? Why you not think say Onana be there Onana for take 2 or 3? Why if he say Onana be there today? Onana don't win he don't win Premier League goalkeeper of the month 3 straight times. He don't win and 3 times. I mean na big deal that no people don't play for that league for how many years? No winner. No for no one time for a month.
That's true.
Yeah, so Onana will make a difference. It will make a difference today. So I believe. No matter be super addictive.
Make a difference, bro.
Baba will not say this. So anything they happen, you don't play football, right? You don't play football. You know, sometimes it be way season be we know they form, Baba. You know, so season they we need be form. Maybe no they form now. Yeah, but again, now an outstanding goalkeeper, right? Now outstanding goalkeeper, and now number 1. Yeah, Baba.
What do you use for categorize or for qualify a goalkeeper as an outstanding goalkeeper? What be your criteria for talk to the man an outstanding goalkeeper?
1, the number of saves they make them per match. 2, the way they control the defense. You understand? Now an outstanding goalkeeper. You understand? Positioning and everything, an outstanding goalkeeper. As a writer for that team, United get a catastrophic defense. If like now you make that comment or now you make that comment say if for the it depends on the mess and then it is shine or if for the move some of that ball them no Baba when your defense no they fine I don't care. I don't see Batek to the very United with their defense be shake Batek stay calm. Yes.
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Yeah, Baba.
You don't ever see sideway some team lost World Cup or Nations Cup or Champions League. So they lost games them, they're not qualified for final and anything. But they give their goalkeeper best goalkeeper for tournament because he make more saves past the person way he play for finals. You never see him.
Yes.
You never see him.
Donnarumma for Italy. What are the Euro? The Euro Italy winner. Donnarumma. The key best player, right?
Which year that?
Donnarumma, this PSG goalkeeper, the big best player. That Euro, the winner, the big best player, no.
You say they win them, right?
I mean, they be outstanding.
Now the problem is una supporters. Una need listen for understand. Una need listen for argue.
I know. No, wait. Don't say Onana supporters. I know be Onana supporter for you. I do talk as I want.
You say, man,
because Baba don't all of this. Baba, you don't hit this man for long. You don't hit this man for long, Baba.
Finish my point. You come for here the first thing you do now say you qualify me as Onana hater. I don't argue. Now me I want to qualify you as Onana supporter. You say man, I don't qualify you as
okay. I accept. I be Onana supporter. I'm all right on.
Yeah, I ask you my question again. You never hear any side way season finish for some competition. They give some goalkeeper best goalkeeper where he end league last. Man say they relegate them or they not win the competition. But they give best goalkeeper because they say he make plenty saves even though the team drop even though a team they eliminated, we never hear him.
No, I never hear goalkeeper. I never hear into a player.
Okay, so it means say for you for become the best, your team can for the perform concurrently as you to the make the saves them. It no matter whether you make 1 million saves, if your team be relegated or your team the number 14, you are a bad goalkeeper. And the reason that we already qualify Onana as of now as a bad goalkeeper. That way be there for Inter. Whether they be kick shot for Pro or not, we never be consider them. We be known as say Onana don't come out clean sheet. Onana don't come out this. Onana they play final. Now it make Onana the great goalkeeper when me and you be the talk today. Say Onana a good goalkeeper because he catch for Inter where they play final for Champions League. They win, I think, Serie A. I think they win a cup also for Italy. Now the team that be qualified for be good goalkeeper. Now we there for team where they the mess, he the encaisse goal, Onana bad goalkeeper. Now the simple thing that I want to tell you.
So, Baba, the thing I say, based off your logic, you the talk say,
yes,
if they signed Matt where they form now,
yes.
pick Courtois for Real Madrid. They signed Courtois, a very good goalkeeper. If they take Courtois, go for a team like Malaga, I'm going to say Malaga the year bad, they get bad defense.
Yeah.
Courtois the encaisse go, they also Courtois a bad goalkeeper. They get some terrible defense. They don't get support.
Because the first question I say, how manage a good goalkeeper do find himself for Malaga? If you know if you go for Barcelona, for Inter Milan, for Chelsea and all those big clubs, you go now for club where you know win games. It means you'll be bad goalkeeper. If you don't know how they
Baba, me and you to establish yourself for how many years today? Manchester don't be inside, for how many years the Manchester don't be inside the first four? You never be.
And guess what? Onana
So
go for them because say if you know say go take them go back for the best four, and then they will say, oh, that big goalkeeper can't save them. But guess what? He don't go reach for day. He don't drown the team the more. Now the reason why even
I'm not sit on the guys Onana drown United next. They don't change coach them, Baba. If they change coach, they don't change coach because of Onana. They change coach even to their management. They sell over their club.
And now when the coach don't bring and the one change goalkeeper, it means he don't realize the goalkeeper na problem. More take another.
No, he not change that goalkeeper. I feel lock money. He not change that goalkeeper. Now just media propaganda.
He not put the goalkeeper today for Puno.
I'm keeping against Young. Not my first time.
So, guys, more take another caller. Wait till I try to talk and say, what I would like you to not as Cameroonians until we will learn to attribute the blame way Onana deserve him. Maybe even blame. But look Onana for a face, tell you the truth about this whole thing. If you make a bad decision, you should be responsible for your decisions. If Onana be go for Manchester United, and then Manchester United start top league and this and that, guess who will take the credit? Onana will take credit. Say, oh, he don't go take some team where he need to play some certain level for football, and now they play Champions League. Now he make you big player. Hello?
Hi, Masinana.
Hello?
Yeah, Asako?
Yeah, na Toridey, ni be Sako this.
Yeah.
How far?
Hello?
You have made your own contribution for show.
Yeah, Papi, na Frank. Na Frank for Dubai, for UAE.
Oh, Baba, how far?
Longest time, Masa.
Yeah, so they for show now, you want to make contribution for show or you want to talk about Sako?
Yeah, but I make contribution for sure now.
Okay, Baba, go ahead. We'll talk about Onana Palava.
Hello?
Yeah,
We hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. I did try for talk because I did follow on a program and actually it be very interesting. You understand?
Yeah.
But me I'll be coach and the former player, Sako, at least me I will be from Jalakwan for Akada, we know ourselves better, you'll be a good player, we know him. But yeah. Yes, bro. Which I want to talk now say. Out of experience for football fee and as a coach, I know the support whether Onana or Eto or Feka Food or whatever. You understand? I did talk now with we did on ground. Make I be honest with you. Onana a very good goalkeeper, but at a certain point for a good goalkeeper, for a good player, for remain at the peak of your performance, there are so many things that we need to avoid them. You understand? First, the social media. You understand? Secondly, you need to get good advisors there with you. You get to get good people where they advise you on what to talk on social media, on how to communicate with people. You understand? I never talk to Onana get bad people if you bad. I know I mean to take my speech for different way. I never ever talk about Onana or Etofis. Secondly, which way they happen about Onana performances, we see talk say yes, at a certain time you should get a bad day at work. But getting more bad days at work means there are some things that you need to try to correct them to make them right. You understand? Yes. And as a goalkeeper, for me now, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, if not even. You understand? But at a certain point, when you are recruited as a goalkeeper, what is your job? The number one job for a goalkeeper now for waiting. Now for stop goals. Yes. Now the first point for a goalkeeper, your job first not to be for stop goals, me not enter for goal. Now number one point that they don't care anything like playing with the legs, contributing with assists, playmaking from behind. It's a bonus for any team. That one is a bonus. But the main job is to stop goals. Secondly, he can do that. We know he can do that much better. But if you look and very keenly, you'll discover say Onana at this moment in time, it be the shadow of the Onana we used to know. Because I feel to say he don't lost a little bit of his concentration. You understand now? He don't lost a little bit of his concentration due to the circumstances where he surround the national team, where he surround he and where he surround Fekafoot. You understand? Talking about his relationship with Samuel Eto'o, I want to ask you one question. You understand?
Yeah.
You, as you don't see this, you and your parents and your power before, where they will you or for Cameroon or for abroad with you. If you get problem, you and your pa, you go like for solve that problem. Whether now you or your pa solve the problem is supposed to start and end inside house. Two of us. If me and you will be outside, we'll put one more inside problem with concern pa and Peking. We'll talk more, bring grievances all sides. It means that now instead me and you be bad people, not be Eto'o and Onana. You get my point? Because if you look at very keenly, Onana and Eto'o, whatever problem where they share them, whatever problem where they get them, now between a son and a father, no matter who is right, who is wrong, now son and a father, and they will always come to a compromise. You understand? But we Cameroonians, we not like these two icons. So we be bad people. We Cameroonians will be bad people because now we bring problem between these two people. You get my point? Now we Cameroonians would say Eto'o is right, Eto'o is wrong, Onana is right, Onana is wrong. Let's leave them to do their thing. Let's focus with Cameroon football. Let's focus with what is happening. Yes, go on. Because I want to finish my point before you want to cut my question. Yes. I get a football academy. You understand? I get a football academy and I don't invest also for so many football players. You understand? And it go hurt me a lot if I go invest for player. No matter what you are do the picking, he come out tomorrow, he talk rubbish about me. You understand? Yes. For that very particular part, now be honest with you, it makes some of we would invest in picking the back, would it be reluctant to continue with what you do and for that young picking would do about back? You understand? Would you want to invest on picking this year? You fear now because you don't know where to pick tomorrow. Because if you not invest, they go say you be wicked sponsor, you be wicked president. You understand? But now when you look which way they happen between Onana and Eto'o, tell me how many club presidents for Cameroon they go be willingly for move money spend and for picking me travel. Tell me the truth. How many?
I want to ask you just one
Yes.
for clarification purposes.
Yes.
Tell me one thing
Yes.
Samuel Eto'o don't do where we know publicly say, okay, this one where Samuel Eto'o do and say is wrong for Onana. In a bad way, they do
I don't use a point here now to talk about Onana. Wait, come on. No. No. I never talk any bad about Ethiopia. I never talk anything. I come directly. Yes.
Good against Onana. That's just all the question.
No, for me, I never see no one thing. Because even Eto never ever come out on live talk anything bad about Onana. So I don't know anything where Eto don't do for Onana. Wait, bad. You get my point. Now why do I use only point for Onana where he talk where he jump play where he come out and person where be he make it be where he be.
Okay, Baba, thank you very much for that contribution. Franklin, I beg more.
Thank you, bro.
More talk for background because we need people like you who can talk about especially we get to amount here the True Lion. If they ever talk about grass football, we need some person that you don't invest resources for more than 7 years now. For can't tell we how it work, the difficulties when I get them. Because we need for start talk about that difficulty. Also, I hear how I used to get problem for licensing and so most more kind of this and that. Me now you go talk about background and I will schedule some specific day will invite you to read it. We just talk about not only you but talk about your football academy and how we as a community come in for make sure so they support you also. Okay, he did a bit of this job. But now my friend Akada was very talented, was extremely talented also. But guess what? We all raised the career.
That's
Even
exactly.
finances, me I don't start media. You don't actually start football school now for more than 9 years. Sometimes the time when you post that football school, I didn't even want comment today because I think go comment when they say hey Sakwa beg, sell me some $20 more, buy some good. By the way, Mandy and my brother Ejab, welcome.
Thank you. You know, see, I put on my PW gear.
Yeah, man, you don't just put me all we for shame. PW,
Yeah.
Mom, we don't get equipment. Ejab, I made a post and I talked about Onana and in basic words, what I was just saying is the fact that goalkeeper today mess. It will show today so Manchester not even get another option where it will be better than Onana small. If they actually get that option, they will choose that option over Onana. People they climb from my head. What do you think about which one?
I began conversation. For part of a conversation yesterday, at the end of the conversation, I will say the best thing we will do now for put on for bench. And if next season Manchester United, if they want to recruit a keeper, maybe not recruit some young keeper where if he can get 2 bad games and then he play with mentality. Maybe they bring an established keeper where he go make Onana not see any day where he come for pitch. Now for make that man go on the bench, you know. So I be because I be talking United on the situation. First of all, I be my team want to support than a period Bamenda after period Bamenda and Chelsea. You understand? So, but I follow football a lot. United don't get there for situation where they get there for poor form. They bring some Danish guy, one Linda guy on a waiting. He come in not perform. The gear come back and can't take a position. United not get for do because as we talk, it makes sense. But I want a situation where after this game against Newcastle, the Turkish guy will catch again like 3 or 4 games. Now, so now the situation I want time because just resting because we now say they put in for rest Onana for Newcastle for Lyon game. If Onana come back for Lyon game, then benching him for today wasn't any get any impact.
Mm-hmm.
If I be the coach, I would take a major risk. Now, just so United there's a situation now where now either Europa League or next season or next because what I like or not, United know we Europa League, they know play for Europe. And United there was a situation now where unless they pay you 5 times your salary, you know one leave your team where they compete for high level for United, even though United get that brand. So if I be Amorim, I will make some risk. I will put that young man again against Lyon. Just for give Onana because Onana, we don't be too comfortable with the fact that even if my form day down, I still be number 1 because they not get confidence for the guy behind me. And even Tom Hitton, why they not even give Tom Hitton chance? Tom Hitton, I might don't catch fine for Premier League for Burnley. Now just say don't old. They may give you a chance. That's so now the thing in that way some manager they do on a game like this they bring some person where now unknown person give confidence. Now so your comment, I know they talk your comment be a little bit cheeky. I know it be a little bit cheeky, but I believe say as we talk, Onana will catch again probably if he catch against Lyon now because the second guy is not good enough. I will not supposed to be the reason they begin to use that second guy even next game against Lyon. Just for make and say Onana he don't there for poor form. And he need to perform both psychologically, it shows a problem. And then if the footballing again, it is still mess up. So, may they go in again for the guy. give you again another chance. If you mess up, now just say the chance they'll give you. Maybe they will even give you the first game against Lyon and then give you the Newcastle. Then maybe bring Onana back if you not perform well. But for bring the guy now against Lyon after this United performance, man, not to say the poor performance from the guy, because the guy, if you really maybe only the fourth goal, if you really attribute that the guy fault. But now United don't get a very dismal performance today. If you bring the guy again, use him against Lyon, and then something happens, even if Lyon win, maybe the guy fault, they go still talk. We go get, because I see today Facebook don't really be busy after United lose without Onana. They don't talk say, oh, Onana was the cause and blah blah blah. And as a zombie talk, Cameroon was on level now way. Onana the way he was on level way. He really be sour and bitter way. United the win game. United the lose game. Cameroonians okay, Onana get a bad game. Cameroonians are happy. We not supposed to be so. But anyways, I think I don't over talk. But to me, yeah.
No, I think you actually address the issue that I want me to address. MNG, welcome. What do you think? For me, I feel like why they look and say the goalkeeper the mess, or you don't mess, it means say the problem is not Onana problem. The problem na Manchester United problem. But if you look at the goals this guy conceded, especially that one way that ball, Onana be advisable training. Say play with your leg, take ball pass away. Then they work out to him now. All levels. What do you think?
You are my answer like as a Cameroonian or just like general football observer, because now man will get two sides. Either you be Cameroonian or you be general football observer. My answer like just football observer, right?
I'm maybe anti Onana.
Yeah. Now, the Onana issue, I think we talked about this yesterday, but we'll just reiterate today. Being that a bad performance in no way vindicate Onana from your own wrong. It's just the how way if you send picking for school. It can buy fake exam. You ask why fail, tell you say neighbor picking to fail. Why that fail? Now if we think say being that error today vindicate Onana, now that simple example you say I picking for school, if fail exam, it can by ask you why fail, tell you say neighbor picking to fail. Why that fail? Now when you watch that match, being that directly be responsible for the for that third goal with his score. Sorry, for the fourth goal. The other goals, if you put even on for those goals would have still gotten in for save him. And there's still no guarantee that he too not have made his own one error way to the maker. So all these issues, if we want to do and so one move poor Cameroonian and so ahead, okay, we'll just go out all out support the Onana, but we'll not be rational. But if one look and find there's no point trying to act as though this vindicates Onana. Now, Onana is not the cause of United is a problem. No, not be the cause, but you see those sticks now because you don't put himself in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
When season one start to read it, Onana makes on if I talk say go take a lot of risk, people take us because it means that thing it don't buy. No be some one time things. Don't put every person that just become match stop. No, there is a trend in what has been happening. If I talk say go take a lot of risks, means that they can play with them. Second thing in a high profile game against City, it's time for penalty with Erling Haaland. He point an empty goal. He dive once I Haaland score. People take him again. They see the pile of money in the Siam. After a while, one man for United start run from media. After game, Bruno Fernandes the run go inside dressing room in he talk. Casemiro, all man the run. When on finish game, as TNT Sport journalist just call it so say go calm. He already go for the go talk. It start based on start notice almost every 3-4 weeks. So Onana said something. He start putting in the spot. All of a sudden, all man forget Maguire, forget Casemiro, their performances, and we are now on Onana. Question why? Now he carry over that spot. You made some posts today about the fact that United get a third goalkeeper. They start the lie. Throughout the day, I stay for United. The day I make 17 direct errors leading to goals. Onana already make the day I spent more than 10 years for United. Onana already make 14 for a time.
Yes, actually.
He already make 14 for his own time. The Real made 17 for his entire career for United. Onana already make 14 for a time. It shows you the stats not there in his favor. So when would one compare? And it was never an issue between Onana and Beinda. Beinda is a second goalkeeper. This issue not be ever been between Onana and Beinda. We put take to one compare Beinda a blunder. It was never between the two of them. Being that a blood that need the counsel on their own errors. So for me, this was fake support the again for Onana. Would instead put the guy inside more dilemma. For me, Cameron he said tone the issue down. Tone it down. Because if you look at very well, not even would over criticize him. Check all United their fan channel for YouTube from the United stand, Magobi, all of them are asking for him to be dropped and kicked out. Not be even Cameroonians. We just dey loud for our own space. All United fan channels are fed up with him. And when United their fan channels start being fed up with you, you are gone. It happened with guys like Rashford and all the other guys. So no, even if we stop that place where they if they do the thing only for Cameroon national team, if we manage them, British media are not friendly. They go turn on you as soon as they get a chance to, and that's what's happening with him. Now, when Mr. Innocent be talk yesterday about the communication, truly I know they understand what it mean. Understand your times and your season for that play you did. Understand your position for United now. Then you will know what to say, when to say, and how to say it. So the whole issue really happened with he has himself to blame. I'm not for what I said, you'll return for Thursday, but that will not solve United's problem. United are probably a global problem. They are collectively very bad. All them, and you get your own fair share of the blame. Don't be saying I fault entirely, but all of them collectively are a very bad group. He go return on Thursday, but would that solve United's problems? No. The problems are still very big, and he get a long way to go for taking himself out of the issue. Now, the best way I think he could do at the end of the season, Onana, take yourself out of the team. Find a different club because first of all, it was a blunder coming to United. You know, play championship final for Inter, where you get all the defensive guarantees. See, yeah, some way can replace you over the past 3 years. Some are a records as a goalkeeper. It already beat everything Onana do for Inter Milan, except for the fact that someone play championship final.
I was telling someone the other day.
Look your records, yes.
They say now the reason now internally hesitate for selling because they knew that it was not about him. It was about defensive mechanics. So what they see,
it was not indispensable at Inter.
The problem with Inter Milan say Inter Milan is shy for sale player, not because now Inter Milan are team way a problem.
It was not indispensable, just because
nobody not being indispensable to Inter. Nobody not Inter to say any man.
My point.
Ejab. Lautaro might just use for example this season. Lautaro began for goal. There are some players who Inter rate as almost near indispensable. They choose for no sell their captain.
When you come with the right money,
Barella began for goal. They choose for no selling.
Who won by Barella? For how much?
Barella began for goal Liverpool.
No,
they were already at advanced stage of the position. At the end, Inter denied. See, Inter had a financial issue. Inter had to sacrifice one of their stars for meet up with financial fair play. During that period, they say Onana. They were supposed to say one of their key staff for meet up with FFF, financial fair play, and Onana was the one whom they chose to let go.
Now I talk say
you easily replace him.
See, now say when the faith understand me, I know they talk about the problem. I say Inter they sell anybody where you come with the right money. Inter sign Hakimi. You know, they sell Hakimi for 50. They bring how they call that young man, that Dutchman will play right back. Dumfries for 12 million. They say Onana 150, bring Soma for 5 million. They remain that money, and as long as they buy my way, that's what they do.
I need to deny what you talk. But wait till the chat was talking. If you place yourself for value where the club knows say without you will not be survive, it go difficult for them to sell you. The only time the club will be like, yeah, we'll take the money and sell you. Now, because they don't look at their structure, they don't look at the way they be placed. They don't say, even if you know they, any person will put up what they go fit. You understand? The same thing way right now, if Manchester United be know very well, say, now, and at the same point, I make them. If Manchester United be know very well, say, we'll put the number 2 goalkeeper for Paul. We'll not go lost match. They will put Onana for bench. But because they know say we'll not get no choice, Onana go instead hell we go be na 2-1 instead of 4-1. They go better pull my way, we make the loss 2-1 instead of 4-1. And then they talk say they just say Onana because no. I just talk say in the beginning place himself for that level where if the club look at okay, if the guy come out, will not go fit. And guess what? The goalkeeper I don't come was not some super guy, was not some guy that was coming from Real Madrid. Una correct me if I'm wrong. But he still get a record way
like Bayern bencher.
He almost beat Onana.
No, he was a reserve at Bayern.
No, they signed him after that man carry injury. They sign it after Noah carry injury. Some are come after Noah get injury.
Some are come as backup because Noah was absent during
that
that
season. Because for comeback,
you know, be the number one choice at the time.
No, as he signed, as Noah get injury, they sign Summer cash. And that way Noah return now they sell it to.
No, that if somebody been a cover, it was not Bayern's first choice. It been a cover for Noah.
You know, be there Bayern. That way Noah be there. Now try to talk. Now that way Noah carry injury, they bring it. That way Noah come back, they sell it. So you know, be like bench for Bayern.
No, I think Mr. Noah they play for bench.
All two in career for Mutengaba first keeper.
Bro, by bencher.
Okay, but some man make some comment for them. Sorry, man, interrupt. Some man make some comment for them. Say De Gea be get better defense. Move face facts. Move also go for seasons where De Gea be get horrible defenders. Manchester United don't play under De Gea where they get Eric Bailly, with Smalling, Ashley Young, Daily Blin, like that 4 center back. So they don't get worse. They don't get very bad defenders this one time. We want support and we'll give a support. We'll give a move. As he talks, move face facts. Move face the facts. United don't play that way. Aribai and Smalling catch. We are horrible defenders. Sorry, they did center back. Horrible defenders. Ashley Young there for right back. Valencia.
You understand? The more you try to vindicate Onana, the more you put Onana for trouble. Because when you start talking about you don't get good defenders, no now goalkeeper you worry whether you don't get good defenders or not. You like goalkeeper, if you don't get good defenders, you make 15 stops every game. You stop 20 goals every game. Guess what? Now you go become the best goalkeeper for the world. So about the goalkeeper not get good defenders. No, now about what you even do with the situation at hand. Now the simple truth that you think say
with overface shots. With overface shots, the likelihood for starting to make that error over high. With overface shots.
And when you overface shot, to likely for you to make a high number of saves like Onana get up, because you get high save ratio.
Yeah.
In the high, because you get more shots that don't come your way.
Yeah. But at some point, it affect. Yeah.
If Onana be there for this situation, we don't get good defender as we claim, but yet every day when Manchester United win 1-0, now because Onana make 20 saves, Manchester United draw 1-1. Now because Onana make 20 saves, Manchester United win 2-1. Now because Onana make 30 saves. Now Onana is for the go up. So the whole situation not present for you if we take advantage of for making them bigger than what you be there for Inter Milan.
No, but guess what? We be top keeper, we get poor defense, it affect you. We see how for Chelsea. We see how for Chelsea. The Courtois when arguably the best. 2015-2016 season. It be been a Wataren for Chelsea goal. It been a Wataren because they defender them, Zuma them not help you. You know, they not help.
Also, you have to be balanced because when you defend you go away where you know which cost it for your back. It affect you the defender.
Yep.
I need to deny what you talk. I need to talk say when you get weak defense, you know. I just talk and say now we Bison to the talk. My brother Bison to talk, but they say now so they get the take win player of the year for United. You understand? You can have a weak defense.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it was excellent.
It add more to your credit than when you all time with the canton and say, he and say 2 goals. Now because get weak defense. So against Lyon, look at the mistakes he made. But guess what? Some people want to blame and say, na teamwork. No.
Nobody talks saying that good and nobody for.
Bro, if you support Cameroon, no. But since I don't someone Cameroon,
the funny part of say the funny person that say the whole Man United issue where you look and find Eric Ten Hag we spend at least they giving him a call that guy questioning whether he make some backdoor deals. He spent above 400 million pounds, but he leave a completely broken team for Amorim. Look the team where club leave for Anslot.
Yeah.
Club leave a title winning team. Ten Hag spent 400 million pounds for bring back a former friend from Ajax, Onana from Ajax. He be bring Van den Been, Malasia.
No. Nobody bring Van den Been. Nobody bring Van den Been.
Van den Been already don't go alone. Malasia, the only guy we don't sign now, we do find only Lisandro Martinez. Because even the list camp, the league flop.
Allô, bonjour.
Allô?
Oui, bonjour.
Oui, frère.
Oui, c'est pour participer à la mission. Je veux savoir si c'est possible. Ok, merci. Merci de me donner 3 minutes. Le sujet est vraiment très intéressant, mais je pense que, à mon avis, vos panélistes se comportent comme des fanatiques et non pas des experts. Quand on est expert dans le domaine, même si on est fanatique, on analyse les faits, uniquement les faits. Quand Manchester recrute Onana, ce n'est pas parce qu'ils veulent juste un gardien. C'est que Manchester se rend compte qu'ils veulent aller à un palier au-dessus. Alors, ils ont besoin de quelqu'un qui va les aider à atteindre ce haut niveau-là. C'est pour ça qu'ils recrutent Onana. C'est pour ça qu'ils payent cet argent qu'ils ont payé à Onana. Donc, quand Onana arrive, est-ce que Onana a aidé Manchester à aller à un palier au-dessus? Laissons que la défense est nulle. Laissons que la défense est faible. Elle est nulle et elle est faible depuis. Avec déjà, ils ont pris 9 buts contre Liverpool. Donc, on sait déjà que la défense est nulle. C'est pour ça qu'ils ont recruté Onana, pour stabiliser cette défense. Maintenant, 2 ans plus tard, est-ce que Onana a aidé la défense de Manchester à être meilleure? C'est les questions que les spécialistes devraient se poser. Encaisser les buts, tout le monde encaisse. Et le problème d'Onana, ce n'est pas qu'il encaisse les buts. Le problème d'Onana, c'est qu'il fait des erreurs qui amènent directement les buts. Et quand on a une défense qui a un gardien où les défenseurs commencent déjà à avoir peur que si le ballon qui traverse là, ça va arriver au goal, le goal risque d'entrer le but. Ça commence à poser un problème. Thèse a eu ce même problème à Manchester. Il a fait une saison exceptionnelle la première année, jusqu'à ce qu'on l'appelait le divin chauve. Il est devenu le divin chauve en Angleterre. Tout le monde chantait ses louanges. Mais l'année d'après, il est devenu le gardien où les Anglais ont dit le gardien a la main de beurre. C'est-à-dire que quand le ballon arrivait, la main n'arrivait pas à prendre sa entrée. On l'a chassé. On a oublié ce qu'il avait fait avant. On a oublié toutes les performances qu'il avait eues avec la France et tout. Parce que le football professionnel, c'est le rendement direct. Manchester a pris 4 buts aujourd'hui. Est-ce qu'on en a été là? Non, ça veut dire que Manchester est une équipe assez moyenne cette année. Donc, on s'attend à ce que quand on en a est là, que les performances de Manchester soient meilleures. Mais sauf qu'avec Onana, Manchester est 14e. On va donc se poser la question, est-ce que Onana a contribué à ce que les performances de Manchester soient moindres cette année? La réponse, c'est oui. Et moi, je dis toujours, moi, je suis Camerounais. Je juge Onana en tant que Camerounais. Je ne juge pas Onana en tant que supporter de Manchester, en tant qu'expert du football mondial. Non, je suis Camerounais et uniquement Camerounais. Est-ce que moi, en tant que Camerounais, avoir un goal qui ne supporte pas la pression, parce que contrairement à ce que les gens disent, non, c'est un goal qui prend, il aime la pression. Non, ce sont les paroles. Un goal qui fait des erreurs, qui amène au but, c'est un goal qui ne supporte pas la pression. Ça veut dire que c'est un goal qui s'est donné autant de pression et lui-même, ça le dépasse déjà. Tout le monde dans ton panel le dit. Quand Samuel Eto'o parlait, il arrivait au stade, il prouvait, même si c'est faux, parce que à un moment, je peux dire que c'est faux. Parce qu'un attaquant peut rater 1000 occasions. Il a 2, il met dedans. L'histoire va retenir qu'il a marqué 2 buts. On va oublier qu'il a raté 10. Quand on en a un ratio d'arrêt de 100% ou de ballon sauvé de 100%, s'il encaisse 2 buts, que c'est de sa faute, le ratio là ne sert à rien. Parce que c'est de ça que nous disons. Le gardien qui a encaissé 4 buts aujourd'hui, quand on va regarder les expected goals, est-ce que c'est de sa faute qu'il a pris ces buts? On en a pris 2 buts contre Lyon. Quand on regarde les expected goals, même si les expected goals étaient à 8 et à 9 et il n'a pris que 2, on va retenir que faute de main d'Onana, 2 buts encaissés. Moi, je crois que c'est ça tout le véritable problème. Et nous, les Camerounais, on refuse d'avoir l'histoire. Dans 15 ans, si la carrière d'Onana s'arrête cette année en Angleterre ou bien en Europe et il va en Arabie, quand on va faire l'histoire des gardiens de but africains dans 15 ans, ce n'est pas le nom d'Onana qui va apparaître. Quel est le nom du gardien qui va apparaître? C'est le nom de Mendy de Chelsea. Il a gagné la Champions League, il a gagné la Coupe d'Afrique, il est sorti meilleur goal européen. C'est ça que l'histoire retient. Qu'est-ce que l'histoire va retenir d'Onana? Il a coûté cher. Ça, c'est pour l'Inter, ça, c'est pour sa famille, ça, c'est pour les gens qui sont proches de lui qui vont manger cet argent. Mais en termes de football statistique, quel est l'impact que Onana a eu dans sa période de Manchester? Rien du tout. À l'Inter, voilà un gardien de 34 ans qui donne exactement les mêmes performances que lui. Donc, on comprend qu'il est allé dans un club structuré. Et ça revient à une autre chose que je dis. Si on joue le football pour avoir l'argent, on en a réussi sa carrière. Il est à Manchester, il se vante d'avoir gagné un trophée dans ce grand club. Et puis, c'est autant de choses qu'on oublie. Quand on en a dit, moi, j'ai gagné un trophée, que celui qui n'a pas gagné de trophée parle aussi. Les gens disent que non, il a raison. Attendez, on en est en train de dire qu'en 5 ans que Matich a fait à United, tous les 5 années-là, tous les joueurs de Manchester de cette année-là sont inutiles. Parce qu'aucun de ces joueurs-là n'a gagné. Pendant que Matich était là, ce n'est pas Matich seul qui n'a pas gagné. C'est tous les joueurs de Manchester qui n'ont pas gagné. Donc, il est en train de mépriser même ses coéquipiers actuels. Parce qu'il dit à ses coéquipiers actuels, quand je n'étais pas là, vous n'avez rien gagné. Maintenant, je suis venu, vous gagnez. Donc, c'est moi qui vous fais gagner. Donc, il y a ce problème de communication que nous avons, que nous ne voyons pas. Et nous devons, nous les Africains, faire très attention. Je me souviens une fois, je faisais une formation quelque part et un encadrant nous disait, ne parlez jamais aux journalistes. Ils sont formés pour vous mettre dans des problèmes. Parce que plus il y a les problèmes, plus eux, ils gagnent de l'argent. Quand on en a créé une polémique, les journaux vont amplifier. Parce que s'ils amplifient, que ce soit vrai ou faux, eux, ils gagnent de l'argent. Et le rôle d'Onana, ce n'est pas de faire gagner de l'argent aux journalistes. Le rôle d'Onana, c'est de faire gagner des points et des matchs à United. C'est son seul objectif. Quand il vient dans les Lions indomptables, son seul objectif, c'est de nous faire gagner les matchs et non pas de se placer et dire... Parce que au-delà, je veux maintenant parler de façon générale, parce que moi, j'ai toujours cette vision politique de la chose et de la vie. Un gardien de but, quel que soit le gardien de but dans ce monde qui a déjà eu à jouer au football, si on dit que Neuer est quelque part et on dit que Samuel Eto'o est en train d'arriver, je ne suis pas sûr que les gens vont plus aller voir Neuer que Samuel Eto'o. Si on dit que Buffon est quelque part, on dit que Samuel Eto'o est quelque part, je ne pense pas que les gens vont aller voir Buffon par rapport à Samuel Eto'o. Pourquoi? Parce que c'est les attaquants qui ont la renommée, la réputation et la force. Donc, quel que soit ce qu'on en a fait, il ne pourra jamais, pas parce qu'il n'est pas bon, parce que le poste qu'il joue n'est pas un poste de visibilité. C'est un poste de retrait. S'il était attaquant et qu'il fait des grandes performances, il est meilleur buteur de Champions League, vainqueur de Champions League, même s'il ne gagne pas la CAN, ça lui aurait donné un nom. Mais il n'est que gardien de but. Et quand tu es gardien de but, au-delà de tout ce qu'on va dire, ton aura sera toujours moindre par rapport à un attaquant. Donc, ceux qui pensent même qu'il y a un combat entre Onana et Eto'o, moi, je dis que c'est même de l'amusement. C'est parce qu'on a beaucoup de temps. Les Camerounais ont beaucoup de temps libre. C'est pour ça qu'on s'arrête à faire, mais il n'y a pas de limite. Désolé d'avoir pris tout le temps.
Non,
je peux revenir si vous voulez. Merci.
Je voulais poser d'abord une question avant que tu parles. On en a demandé
Oui.
à Matic de ne plus parler parce qu'il n'a rien gagné. Ça veut dire qu'on doit parler parce qu'il a gagné la CAN, on n'en a rien. Qu'est-ce que tu penses?
Mais c'est exactement ce que j'ai dit. C'est-à-dire que nous, on a un chargé de communication. Tous les professionnels ont normalement un expert qui guide dans sa communication. C'est-à-dire que avant qu'il ne parle, quelqu'un lui fait un débrief. Mais ce que tu poses comme question, c'est une logique simple. Ça découle de ce qu'il a dit. On doit gagner une compétition et au-delà même de ce qu'on doit gagner la compétition. Moi, je me souviens d'un épisode quand on gagne la Coupe d'Afrique en 2017. Les Lions sont au bord de la piscine et on doit être au bord de la piscine. Il a dit un mot et malheureusement, nous n'avons pas fait attention. Il a dit, Bamenda, we salute you. Je ne sais pas si vous vous souvenez de ça.
Oui.
En 2017, au bord de la piscine, quand il venait de gagner,
Oui.
ils se sont mis, ils se réjouissaient et la caméra est passée à côté de lui. On doit dire, Bamenda, we salute you. Et je me suis souvenu qu'à ce jour-là, je me suis dit, si au Cameroun, on avait une vision politique pour régler le problème de Bamenda, on faisait descendre les Lions à Bamenda pour commencer leur tournée, pour présenter le trophée, pour dire que nous sommes tous un seul pays. Mais on est vite passé à ça à côté comme ça parce que la politique au Cameroun, on ne veut pas que les footballeurs parlent. On ne veut pas que quelqu'un qui n'est pas fonctionnaire parle. On ne veut pas que quelqu'un qui n'est pas nommé par le président de la République parle. Ce n'est que quelqu'un qui est nommé. Moi-même qui suis quelqu'un de très inconnu, comme Gongo était très inconnu il y a de cela 12 ou 13 ans, que personne ne le connaissait. Il a juste signé un décret et la même ministre. C'est aujourd'hui qu'on nous dit que Gongo est puissant, il est une grande personne. C'est juste un décret. Quelqu'un qui est voté, normalement, quand il parle, si tu es nommé, tu te tais, tu écoutes, parce qu'il a pris un risque. Toi, tu n'as pris aucun risque.
Ok, boss.
Donc, c'est ça mon propos. Et je voulais aussi vous encourager parce que vous faites vraiment quelque chose de bien et je vous encourage vraiment à continuer dans cette lancée et autant que nous pouvons, nous allons participer pour aider notre communauté à être visible et à être toujours plus grande. Merci beaucoup.
Merci,
Thank you very much, my brother. Man, this is wonderful, and we are hoping to see your face. On doit pas seulement entendre la voix. On veut voir ta face. Ejab, I don't ask a question where it be reasonable, it be logical, you dey laugh. Onana dey talk say make Martin no talk because never win no nothing. It means say for Cameroon, Onana no go for talk because never win no nothing for Cameroon. Now only are they go for talk. So take this.
Yes, sir. Did you hear me?
Yeah, you reduce that volume for the Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't reduce that. I don't reduce that.
Go ahead.
I like 3/4 of what the previous caller said.
Yeah.
I liked it because he was very insightful. However, there are things that he said that are not true because he was saying that football is about the strikers. But today we see Mbeumo. He's in a small market. He's with Brentford. No one is talking about Mbeumo. No one is talking about Baleba, who's also having a great season. They're talking about Onana because when you play for Manchester United, everybody talks about you. You know, Onana sells articles, and Onana is good for the storylines because when De Gea left Manchester United, a lot of his fans were not happy. Okay, but back office let De Gea go not because he was not performant, but because he was earning 20 million, and that was too much money for a team that was basically not making Champions League on a consistent basis. Okay. And moving forward, they brought in Onana because he was very good with his feet. And Onana was proven at Inter and also proven at Ajax. Those are all facts. Okay? And that's why he's one of the top paying good goalkeepers in actually EPL. Today, when Marty came and said the disrespectful, whatever I said, because I found that disrespectful in the sense that he went personal. Okay?
Yeah.
It was funny that we found Manchester fans aligning with Matip, who is actually not playing for Manchester United, but playing for opposition team. Okay? So it tells you that the culture at Manchester United is not a winning one. It's a confused culture where fans and legends are not happy. So Manchester United is at a losing side right now, and although many people want to say it's an Onana thing, today we saw that without Onana, Manchester United is not good. So I think Amorim did the right thing, putting Onana in the bench, because it helped Onana now get out of the spotlight. And many now will realize that, okay, targeting Onana is not the right thing to do.
Okay.
Although Onana has made mistakes, we have to focus on the team as a whole, because when you bring in new players in the team, you want to put them in a position where they will win in the best position.
I will ask you some question.
Yes.
You talk say the playing the second goalkeeper is actually showing that Onana is not a problem, but that's not how I look at it. I look at it like playing the second goalkeeper and him taking 4 goals only goes to show that the second goalkeeper is so bad that the only choice we have is Onana. If we had another option that was a little bit better than, not even better, a little bit close to Onana, we would prefer for UZ, because maybe you need to go for press conference, go talk to them. Maybe you need to fight with national team. So why you look and say the second goalkeeper they play it make the whole situation look like say, oh, name na Onana be the problem. Me and they look and say the second goalkeeper bad for way they need to manage. Now the reason that way they still play Onana. What's your take on that?
Okay, no, I'm not even here to criticize the goalkeeper. I'm talking about the culture in Manchester United. Because
any man, I just talking and say he was bad. Now in fact, name na criticism.
No, I'm just saying that taking out Onana and putting him on the bench now removes him from the spotlight, okay? And let everybody see that the problem with Manchester United is not Onana, but it's the team as a whole. And you have to focus on the team as a whole, because now Onana sells articles. Onana is just being a scapegoat, okay? Because Onana has won FA Cup. And when Matic spoke about Onana, he was talking specifically about Manchester United. That's why Onana came with a rebuttal to say that he wants something with Manchester United, and Matic did not, which is a fact. And now to compare De Gea with Onana is not even right, because De Gea, because he was that talented, he was making 20 million a year. Onana is not making 20 million a year. Okay, and then when you bring Onana, who is good at playing with his feet, but your defenders are not good at playing with his feet. No, but that's how the game is being played nowadays. You play from behind with your feet, because he is that talented, you know. And when you talk about Somers, of course, Somers has gone to Inter Milan. Somers is not a bad goalkeeper. Somers is not a bad goalkeeper. Okay, Jan Somers is actually been playing for Switzerland, and we saw what he did at the World Cup. He's a good goalkeeper, as well as Onana. Also, he's not a bad goalkeeper. But when you have a goalkeeper that the whole team is actually suffering, as we see today, as we saw today, Manchester United is not a good team at all. So if they are 14th in the league, it's not because of Onana alone. It's because, okay, look, yesterday, Manchester City, their goalkeeper made an error. But what happened? The team scored 5 goals. So goalkeepers make errors in every game, but the team is there to score many goals. They have teams that players that can score many goals, and that will put those errors in the back end. And talking about Onana and Samuel Eto'o is not playing football. Onana right now is more popular than Samuel Eto'o. Samuel Eto'o is at the. That's very true. Look at England. That's very true. Do you know how many fans Manchester United have? Do you know how many times you see Samuel Eto'o in the news? Onana comes in the news just this week enough. Look. No, but Samuel Eto'o doesn't play football anymore. He doesn't play football anymore.
I'm a true lion, mono go for day, but trust me, 80% of the time Onana don't make news now because of negative reasons.
But it doesn't really matter. I just told you that Buemo plays. I just told you popularity. Listen,
they are popular, they're not popular.
Bro, you don't need to like someone. You don't need to like someone. If someone is in the news, someone can be in the news and they're popular, but you don't like them. Just like Trump. Trump is popular.
Onana is making the news because of his negative headlines, not because of the.
Because he plays for Manchester United.
No, not because he played for Manchester. Because he messed for.
Buemo, I just gave him. Buemo is having a better season. Why are we not talking about Buemo?
Because Onana, because Onana the mess for the level. If he ignore him, we get what they talking about instead of Buemo.
No, it's about the press. Look at the press. Who's the press talking about?
The press is talking about Onana's mistake.
Exactly. Because
No, means
Onana
good
is
thing. That is the point I'm
no.
trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is 90% of the time people are talking about Onana. The press is talking about Onana. Guess what? I did a post about Onana the other day, and I actually was celebrating him because he's an Aries like me. His leadership and everything. People don't pay attention to that. I did another post today pointing out the fact, some fact that it's not even negative. It's just simple reasoning. And everyone is on that post. The only reason Onana only trend for the past 2 years, 80% of the time, correct me if I'm wrong, Ejab, correct me if I'm wrong, MND. Now, because of negativity, either I don't cause goal, or either argue fake a foot, or you don't make an host this and that. 80% of the time Onana don't trend. Now for negative reasons, from World Cup or Nations Cup and all of this. Tell me for the past how many years? Tell me 1 or 2 or 3 positive times Onana don't trend.
No, but bro, all I'm saying is that negative or not, he is popular. That's what I'm
Toridey,
telling you.
why Grantula on the talk? Mo just Google am even.
Let me clarify.
Right? The most popular Cameroonian, every source is Samuel Eto'o. It's not even biased.
With that French-speaking guy was giving his own opinion. True Lion, he never said that goal attacker and goalkeeper they are most important. No, he didn't say that. So he was saying that in the football perspective, people are more inclined to praise attackers because they can make 100 mistakes in a game. You can miss 10 goals and then score 2 occasions in that game. They will praise them. They will forget about the 10 occasions where they miss, and then they will praise them for the 2 goals where they don't score. But on the goalkeeping perspective, you can save 10 or 100 balls them. That was actually coming to be a goal. But at the end of the day, if you get 2 goals out of 100 save, they will forget the 100 save and just remember the 2 goals where you take them. So it was not saying that attack can be more important. And then in perspective, you can save 10 or 100. He also point that if they call Manuel Neuer here and call Samuel Eto'o there, he's not sure that people will go right to Manuel Neuer because the aura or the energy of attackers or scorer is bigger because they are the one who run the show. All right? Bigger. So I wanted to just correct that point. Maybe you didn't get it right.
No, but
let me finish.
Okay, yes, innocent.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
See, and then on this Onana being more popular than Eto'o, why are we talking about Onana today? Just give me the answer.
Because he plays for Manchester United.
No, why is the whole press, everybody around talking
No,
about
no, you asked me a question, I answered, but you're refusing it because he plays for Manchester United.
I'm not done with my question. Let me put the question
Okay.
so you can answer. Why is the whole press and everybody talking about Andre Onana today, or these past 3 days?
Or these past 3 days?
Yeah.
It's because of his performances.
Good or bad performances?
But I've said it before, right? Good or bad, it doesn't really matter. When you play for a big market like Manchester United. Wait, do you want me to answer? You want me to answer you?
Yeah.
Do you want me to answer?
But now people are talking about, and why are we trying to quench this fire? Because we don't want it to kill his career. It's not a good one right now. It is not a good one. That's why we are trying to quench this fire. We are trying to, even the coach tried to put him aside or out of the spotlight. All right, because we don't want this fire to bring him down. So
no, but innocent.
You cannot tell me that it's a good thing that we are talking about Onana right now.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing because that's part of football, right? The news must not always be positive. You know, this is the meta game where we talk about the good and bad. It's football. It's a sport. It's about character. It's about being competitive. Because today Onana did not play. However, we saw that the problem of Manchester United is not solely based on Onana. It's just that we have people who think that Onana goes against Samuel Eto'o and they're being biased against Onana, which is fine. But Onana is a tough cookie. And we have seen that from Onana before. He's resilient. And I bet you Onana will come up good. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, thank you very much.
Wow.
And Una can continue saying that we are biased about Onana. We are never biased. On the contrary, we feel like Onana is biased against Eto'o because you cannot have a Belgian come in and is disrespecting a legend, somebody who helped you, help many other Cameroonians, and you don't say anything. If we don't want to talk about bias, that is where bias is. If we don't want to talk about disrespect or disloyalty for the nation, not even for individuals, that is where it is. You cannot have someone who we don't even know if you're the one financing them or whatever, come in and is disrespecting a legend who is Samuel Eto'o and disrespecting Cameroonians and saying things, just doing whatever. And all you can do is to go out there and host meetings and host groups to come and read letters and stuff like that. So whatever I'm saying about Onana is just an opinion, but it's an honest opinion. Like I said earlier, the goals and today, even the goals that we take against Lyon, guess what? As a media person, as an individual, especially when you get more experience of football, I think manipulate public opinion for make a man look like, oh no, that second goal, at least he touch the ball. Who's that defender they be there for can support you? But guess what? I will never do that because it don't prove for me, say, when Mark Brice come out to say certain stupid things about Samuel Eto'o, even if he come out for defend Eto'o, me also I know defend Onana. It's as simple as that. I will come out and say the way it is. You were lazy. May we continue to play the game when you want to play them. If you want to be a Cameroonian, if you want to be a patriot, if you want to be somebody who we can come out and say, oh no, for Manchester, that one I be playing for Ajax, we were not arguing about him. When we be playing for Inter Milan, we need to argue about him. Guess what? Because at that point in time, we always align as, okay, we come from this community where it's you get my back, I get your back. Until the guys are proof for we say Song is nobody. I would disrespect him. Song cannot tell me what to do because I'm Onana. I play for Manchester United, for Inter Milan. Because you win one trophy for Italy. You understand? Once you start doing things like that, guess what? We also our eyes are open. Say if you make a mistake,
you know, don't win trophy. You know, don't win trophy that time for Inter. You know, don't win.
No, I'm
yeah, no, win. You know, don't win. You know, say now, you know, say before World Cup, Onana be the cash only Champions League. Then that power will be captain, be the cash.
Yeah.
After Onana get that World Cup saga, now that we come back now for Inter making our first keeper. We the cash World Cup, we the cash Champions League and League. Now after World Cup, he get that cup then for 2023. World Cup for Inter, World Cup back now for 2022. So now after that saga, we Onana instead Semeni plays for Inter. After World Cup, we instead Semeni plays for Inter.
Inter began
Handanovic. Yeah.
Thank you, Baba, for that correction. What it means say Onana be actually be humble and everything that time because he work his way up. So it means that once he gets his way to, bro, you go laugh at you. One of you laugh, you want to how and speak now fact. He be actually be humble at that time because he work his way up. Like I don't talk. The biggest thing Onana fish she done, he do for himself. Now for assess when did this whole problem start? When did this whole chaos start? When did I get to that place where Cameroonians are like, no, we are not going to support you. We are going to call out your mistakes the same way Nigerians are calling out your mistakes, the same way Manchester United fans are calling out your mistakes. You understand? Before, how many years ago, I was always, anytime Onana make mistake with Manchester United, I'll make a post and say, oh, my brother, be strong. Oh, people make these mistakes and still start. But then I can realize, say, the guy don't become a politician. I decided to also become a politician. Now he teach me how to become a politician. Now he teach me how to be politically correct. So now, when he make, whether he like or not, and I'll tell an advice. Now, an advice. Either you choose for play ball, you come for national team, you play the ball, take a full management there, you go back for your side, you go for Manchester United, you do your kasongo. We as Cameroonians will come out and make excuses for you. But if you want to tell me how they run team for Feka Food, where you need to be Feka Food president, you need to be Feka Food executive. You understand? You create chaos like Joseph Antoine Bembe do in the past. Guess what? We all also Cameroonians will pull out that hat and will start telling people, they say, okay, when I see the two they do and so, name not so you get for B. Do what it happens so you need to get for B. It's as simple as that. I don't know why Toridey no inter coverage is not the same as Man U. Anything you do at United is amplified. No, Inter are a big team also. Now
United are a bigger brand. But the problem is bigger brand
and then that they can't drop because of Onana. Which one I talk? Go ahead, Ejab.
No, but talk say you talk say na Onana tissue have to be political correct or political. How your political correctness the impact the Onana it's in the way they go.
Ma answer the question. My political correctness now Onana teach me say I got to be honest. I don't say tell me say one be honest against Samuel Eto'o. Now I want to put how to manage team them. Now I want now they decide who they call them for national team, who they no call them. Now they line up. Now they can't cash down for press conference. Make joke about press. That too when I talk, I read that I laugh me na Abubakar. Make a man look stupid. So I see the make a man look stupid. We also go make a man know say we see the mistakes they make of Manchester United. You're a very lazy keeper. You never push ball way. You become a push up a corner. You push another player, and then you should go for Dandy. They score we, and then you expect you will play against Newcastle. You will not play. And even when they play against Newcastle, he lost. He can say 4 goals. Guess what? We will put 3 goals on your head. We'll put first of all, we'll put the first 1 goal on your head because now you tell that player training say may pass ball for defender them. Now you want pass and they take a so now you blame. So like I said, Onana don't succeed for manipulate Cameroonians' opinion for things say ministry and he get right about what they do about the disorder they cause them. So we to go put guess what? You also be responsible for 80% of the failure where Manchester United get them until you get kicked out. Go ahead.
Which I try to say the Onana, the thing the way they do them with Abubakar as with the claim or with minister and all the rest, it the impact national to the sense the impact Cameroon football negatively, right?
Yeah, massively.
Okay. But do enough here or talk say with the come for make and say na he cause go na he take goalkeeper. How the impact on Onana performance or why the impact United?
Ejab, now if you look at Kinley, when he come here, for example, the issue we did down today, not be sentiment. Stats are clear. When they say you be the highest goalkeeper, you don't for the past season where you don't commit the highest error rate directly lead to goal. Not be a made up story, not be even a narrative. Those are facts, those are things that we don't have the power to change. Right?
You need to get my point. That one the way they talk now facts. You need to understand. I the talk now.
You have to say high the money impact with
not be the Onana. The one the way they talk and not the way they happen. NASA could talk say them they come now say talk say now Onana teach that could pass me the pass boy don't pass them then the cost go. I have to say how that one they get impact. The one way they talk and facts na stats. NASA could own opinion the way it when a retaliation on how Onana the mess up this thing they make it the axle.
So how that one be necessarily retaliation now.
No. My explain for Ajab. Ajab, when we have a Belgian who comes to Cameroon and sits on a press conference and say, I am the boss of Cameroonian football. Guess what? And Onana, who knows who is supposed to be the boss, sits quiet. You understand? Who is supposed to be among the persons who are making decisions for that football team, the national team. When you sit quiet, the two you Onana determine and say, Nasako, you can go ahead and come up with stories and it go whole ground. You understand? I tell you, now the reason I tell you, now Onana don't push you for the place where when Manchester United goalkeeper, second goalkeeper, and they say 4 goals, instead for me to come make a post, say, hey, Manchester United goalkeeper, they scored 4 goals today, that goalkeeper really bad. You understand? And then they look another way. And they look at how he manipulate the information for fit a certain narrative. Because guess what? Now Onana then bring in Magri with manipulated information for fit a certain narrative.
So
that is what
okay. No,
I even add something.
You need to get my point. When I get back to me, like say I did support Onana, in fact, say in the Mets or Magris. I'm sorry, say it's correct. But try to have a talk and say,
add something.
On multiple occasions, they will not talk for you, say 2 wrongs don't make a right? On multiple occasions.
What if the 2 wrongs don't say that they don't ever like all the one actually be wrong? Now, Majo add some point for you. Most of the time, we talk to some of these things they be alleged, like so people they talk a comment section and say we're not getting no proof, say we're not be involved with Magris now. So incident happen, time the one play game for Garoa. More no forget say I know say I'll just pass through and quick and straight already passed, but
5 or 7 minutes.
The one play game for Garoa. If you can force everybody come for Garoa, the guy then go for Hilton. They can that press conference on an account with Magris. A journalist asked you about that incident, right? He talked for this rating. He follow na
boss.
boss way na the head coach. Now, I asked on one question. If he play for club, the Glazers own United. That time be the under 10 hack. If Glazers say me all the whole United team meet away for New York, then I come go Paris, and you know go for outside. And you go na Paris, or na say for Cameroon the situation change when he go United. He get different application.
No, national I know you Onana be make mistake. The national team and club side are two different entities.
No, that question I ask can say if
two different entities, they get different way they relate.
If Glazer say me they meet up for New York, then I go Paris, Onana go for outside.
Now Glazer own United, no be federation own Cameroon national team. So now two them. So I don't want to use that comparison. Wait till I tell what say.
No, that comparison not in the light of ownership, bro. That comparison they in the light of oversight.
You use na Glazer this thing, right?
I use that in the context of oversight, not be ownership. Say Glazer they get oversight over United, same as Fikafu get oversight over national in terms of logistics and movement and those key decisions in terms of where games are supposed to be played.
Okay.
When for me make that statement, better enough for respond. For talk seriously, it should say talks and Mark Wisdom will decide when they go.
When did you always talk about boss? Now 40 statement in my opinion, now 40 statement. Which I try to say the last 15 minutes, the way when I approach my comment, they let on I feel the support you on and I do. I don't talk and 10 times to say Eto, and if they put Eto, and I don't always talk here, and we innocent repeat today. You feel like that to people, you know more hate one man. Yeah. And if for the next 1 million years you put between Eto and Margaret, I choose a human being. I always choose Eto in the next 1 million years. But not me say if I no go question Eto. The problem I say once you start questioning Eto, HATE hate the coming. I don't know why I go hate Eto. I just want Eto na footballer, na legend, na icon for Cameroon football. We know expect me and Joya they operate the same. Like Sunday I talk for you say if I make Cameroon and they know the contract, so man say for Joya a time. They know the contract. They don't know come in and can repeat to enjoy do. It can have come perfect or improve on what you enjoy ability do. So which I travel tongue and say I know the support. I know if you ever support any wrong to on and I do. But when I see something what I say it makes sense. I will talk to the one makes sense. You know me say because it mess up Cameroon, everything I will question everything we do. No, now so me I look up. I need the support on and I say all the things the way they happen for not team now so. You know fine. I know if support Mark Brice no one day. Even if and some people they talk say for background it to the messy up, but we know the same. So I will get for talk nothing about the same. The thing about the same, it don't insult the two, don't mess up the two. Talk about so they talk say as a business, even for a businessman, it will not succeed. Who does that? I will not go there. Who does that?
And guess what? Now the small thing in that might tell you say, if Onana they sit quiet and never Azumbi make some point for you. He said the day where they bury to papa. Now the day where they decide to bring Mark Brice for Cameroon and what Onana choose for do for celebrate Mark Brice coming instead for console with Onana with Samuel Eto'o, when Samuel Eto'o be the sender a papa will die. We go pick up Onana for take you go training and go do some kind of thing them. Now small thing that one I look at like oh it don't really matter, it don't pass and this and that way. People they look at like they be like whoa this guy is so ingrid. My answers on a few questions, and I will take one more round for end of the show because I will prepare for the next show. Betty Banks say, no name Betty Banks. Now you sabi say who be boss for Cameroon national team. It is so shameful for year.
Yeah.
For year.
Where go best some baby.
No, when finish. It's so shameful for year Cameroon and they ask them for 2025. Cameroon, where even want to get an opinion about national team. They talk about Onana this and that. For us, I say who be boss for Cameroon national team. Cameroon national team, even before Cameroon national team they exist, there's an institution where that team they exist under when Africa foot. Now go do your own research. Might find another question. Might address them. On say Onana left for the best. Another team. Eto'o also bring Paul Le Guen where he be do total wahala for national team, and this is the kind of mindset. Would you laugh or hear people they make them say because it told me bring Paul Le Guen cause disorder, so any other man go bring open to can cause disorder. When I see how backward thinking we are, because you feel like okay you disagree, and that's the reason I tell and I say Una don't teach me for that operate Leuna or for that operate Onana for ignore the way we grow, we will continue push narrative way it will probably hurt you now or push you comment. I will continue.
Don't push the narrative. You don't push the narrative, Nasako. Now you try to talk and suppose you talk say it will be don't do this. So on an alena for you. That's not right. Now why that talk say two wrongs don't make it right. So you know if you can't talk say because Onana they push that narrative, you two go push your own narrative against Onana. No, not the thing where the periphery do, Massa. We'll move forward. We'll just talk about this thing there.
Question, Grant, Onana impacts the national team. How does your opinion and I affect Onana? Our opinion about Eto'o or Onana doesn't impact them. That is what you think until you realize say Onana can say go the left and right. Like I told you, that way Onana be play for Ajax, it was never a social media topic, and we see how a career be go. For your information, he made worse mistake than for Ajax. How did you do for Manchester United? But there is a reason why these ones now allowed, and these ones are the ones that are taking him to his grave. Because we there for social media, we talk about this, we post about this, and every day. Take your time, go Google Onana, go for Facebook, type Onana, Andre Onana. You see the kind of videos that will pop up. The first 1,000 videos now it mistakes them. If you don't know how they affect you, might just tell you. So if you think they affect you, sit again, ask yourself. I talk this for Kimbom Sincha too. Or Kimbom Sincha too. I don't know why.
Toridey, Matt just make some suggestion. It be like say many come on and they see work. See, just do some small write up maybe after now, right? Maybe they do it either for your inbox or for comment section. The more really gather this thing, we'll find so they'll talk about them. May any person, because if you got about it in nonsense, since it was administrator, may any person write concretely.
Yeah.
Because maybe we need to really understand some of this in the way they talk about. Just do some posts, may more gather opinion yourself. You can do a show. May any person write concretely. Wait to be that a thing we don't do and we one it be unlawful. Secondly, it be nonsense as what they call them. Write the thing, the facts down the way they for be with the proof more really see.
Bro, we talk about thing the way do
understand because they talk
as food president.
Yeah, if they say we don't really know the thing the way they talk, maybe they really put them down.
We already ask Ejab and people like you, when are the smartest and innocent. And even True Lion, if you bring True Lion for this life, you tell True Lion, say, tell me 3 things you don't do them as if you president will be unlawful. You know, go call you one. But if you say, move things the way Mark Bizo don't do your own, a minister or another don't do plenty. Just another comment. Sako, that coach never said he is the boss of the. He never said so. He said he's the bunch of the bench. Yeah, which he's not even the
boss of bench. Yeah, he said the boss of bench. Yeah.
You don't use the word boss several times. Not only for one instance. He's the boss of the bench just recently.
No, the boss of the bench not true. If you talk say the boss of the bench, he correct.
Yeah.
No,
he correct.
He correct.
Yeah, if you talk say the boss for the bench, he correct. It means say nobody enough impact a decision for bench. When you say bench, it mean that players bench. That's what I mean. So now the boss. Yeah. Correct.
Matt tell us until how correct me if I'm wrong, man, not to say tell now.
Okay.
When a federation engage a coach, you understand, you give them a contract and you tell them what you expect from them. Okay, you can't coach your team. This team, this one, now the road this way you play, now the road this way you play, now team you do. Now the federation, they tell you say now team one way you do. You understand? And then right after that, if you the coach you did d'accord with, you engage with the contract. If you not did d'accord with, you just say, okay, no. That is not what I want. This is probably what I want. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, this situation, now who be able to engage, now be able to conclude Magri's contract. Now take a foot. Now federation. You understand?
Okay, continue. Sorry, continue. I want to interrupt you. Continue. That issue will boss on the bench, right? He probably talk about lineup, formation, tactics. That's what I mean by on the bench. Say the boss for the bench.
Yeah, in that context, probably in that context,
yeah,
of what it mean, boss of the bench, if we take like lineup and the technical aspect.
Yes,
of
the technical aspect. Yeah.
The way it be defined based on which we are employer them. Don't put that the objective that definitely.
When I employer the design which way even you as a coach you do. We don't be for club the way president it is sign contract with coach. He tell coach every game, right? You use this and this number of picking the way they go for Kumba. You understand? For your first 30 players, that was there for Kada. You understand? Perhaps Mekumo no say we will be Southwest picking them, we will be Anglophone picking them. We have some certain privileges because we get limited chance to play for clubs out of the region. You understand? So you the coach, you will be me or be Aya or be Francophone. You know, can't say no. Now me, I be boss for year. I will take 30 Francophone and they can play. Now in player they say, hey, now our roadmap this, and that is the reason why most of we continue to complain. Say the contract with Mark Breeze is faulty because guess what? Before we engage somebody, we get to present you a roadmap. We get to tell you say, hey, in 20 years we want to play tiki taka. So as we do make you national team president, coach, we want me to corner people the way they get that mindset of tiki taka. We want me to corner people that they under 20. We want me to corner, you understand? And I will deal with the whole thing about Mark Breeze be 40.
I want even
Mark Breeze no be boss for anything. Mark Breeze na an MVP.
Yeah, they're not boss for bench. Not boss for bench from a technical perspective. Not boss for bench.
In that context,
yeah,
in that context, I think basically all the thing I want to say about that boss issue. Yeah, right, in that context.
Let me say something about. See, you have Mark Breeze, as you say that is the boss, is deciding. I'm gonna go in about 1 or 2 points. First point. Whenever Mark Breeze makes the list of people where the player where he wants them to join the national team for a certain camp, right? He sent that list to the federation. Okay. Yeah. Do you know that the federation can sanction the list and remove
certain players?
Yes.
It does.
Yes, they can.
Thank you very much. Now, on the bench, like you said, that is the boss of the bench. I'm not even going into that. Do you know that? If the federation doesn't even want Mark Breeze sitting on the bench, he will not be seated.
If they don't want him to sit on the bench, he will not be seated.
Yeah, absolutely. If they put another person's name there, he will not sit.
Let me. You know that
go ahead. Okay.
Why the staff that are authorized to sit on the bench because it's the federation that give that to the commissionary of the game. All right.
Yeah.
Coach, do you know that, right?
Okay.
It's the federation, not the coach.
Yes, no. Yeah, that's why the coach was making some of his own. Yeah,
based on that, these people they have to stand on the point where they have to work in collaboration. There is nobody wants to say that I'm above this. At the end of the day, the federation is the boss of everybody, including Mark Breeze. There is no standpoint where Mark Breeze will say I am above the federation and I will take a decision. No. Okay. No exist.
Let me clarify my point. Let me clarify my point of boss of the bench. Boss of the bench for me, what I'm looking at it, boss of the bench. Okay, go ahead.
If I not take it to they'll kill me a beg.
Okay, take a
We'll get for live. I'm going to keep peace more now.
I beg. I'm not saying the one coach me. I beg. Hello? Boss, give me 1 second. That never connect.
So, man.
Hello? Oh, God. That never connect. Joe, when my connect that stuff, my connect them a big.
It's like it's auntie, huh?
Yeah, it's auntie. At the beguna, if I not take this to call like I don't die.
May we talk so that they will whip it as a little bit. That's a good day. Very today.
Okay, we go through now. Yeah, boss. I think so. The you now fine. I beg do like 1 or 2 minutes or 3 minutes more end the show.
Come again? Okay, no, I get just good evening, everybody. Yeah, I just got the problem. I don't follow now like for the past 40 minutes. I realized we threw a lot of salt inside Eto and Onana thing. I of the opinion say these two people then they don't need for compare them. Eto na past glory now na Onana. So when would he take him and then would he belittle Eto already to start with? And I'm one of those persons who always say if you are a fanatic, you cannot have a conversation without being emotional. So for me, we get to already start. When would they talk about Feka food? Would they mix Eto? Would they mix Onana? Onana be out of this thing. Are we talking about Manchester? Are we talking about Feka food? What is the role of Feka food? Because truth be told, it's a support. The association is there to support football in Cameroon. Feka food, every association there for support the practice, regulate everything. No, that is if you see where you are right. I wrote something. I said the role of to oversee and promote the development of Cameroon football at all levels. They oversee. So they are oversee, I mean, say they administer football. The problem now because say the Feka food people, then they don't even know their responsibility. They don't even know their role. That's why we get mixed up. Nobody knows anything they're doing. More talk true. There's a lot going on, and then we like fanatics. The one then they were Eto Mutong them, the one they were in Onana Mutong them as they call them, would they just mix everything and it's killing our football. Eto has played his own time. Now when we want to talk about Eto, let's talk about him at the management level. We remember one talk about Onana, we remember for the level of those who are to shine, because when would they put Eto, would they try for overshine? Would they try for outshine the people the way they do for actual football now? That's my opinion, and that's how I've seen it.
Okay,
you know. So
before you go,
okay.
When Magris come for Cameroon and they ask you about Eto, they not ask you about Eto, and then he decide to talk about how who be Eto. He's first of all a failure and this and that. He never did anything. What do you think as
You're
a Cameroonian? What do you think as a Cameroonian sitting in the place of Andre Onana, who is supposed to be the face of Cameroonian football at the moment? What do you think is supposed to be their responsibility? I repeat the question. Mark Brice, who is a coach, comes to Cameroon. He's been hired by the ministry to work for Feka Food as a coach. And you don't talk where you say, now Feka Food for manage or administer, take responsibility for football. And then this person who is supposed to
oversee and promote.
Oversee and promote is the same as management. No, that was politically correct thing for Cameroon.
Okay.
I don't want to get into. Now still managing Feka Food, possible to manage football activities in Cameroon.
Okay.
Now, this man who is supposed to work with Feka Food, hired by the ministry, even federation accepts we will use it. It come, one of his statements they don't make and say Eto is a failure. We don't know the question they ask you, but it come out of football, say, oh, it be a failure. It don't even do it and blah 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 blah. What do you think is supposed to be the responsibility as the number one sportsman for Cameroon at the moment with Andre Onana?
Okay. Can I be of the opinion? Him staying quiet was the most intelligent thing, if I told that's what he did, because I didn't follow that. Let me not tell you a lie. I didn't follow that particular incident. Okay. I know if he talk way, I know be Siam. Okay. However, if he stayed quiet, that was the most intelligent thing he did. Okay. Because he coach. He needs to respect his coach as well as respecting the president of the federation. Okay. So he was neutral. He didn't take sides. Okay. He didn't take sides. I think that's the most intelligent thing he did. Yeah. Except he took sides.
Thank you very much. Just one caller. I get another live.
Toridey, I bet Majo makes some quick points. So Ma makes a very quick point.
Another caller. I get another live in less than 15 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, boss. Thank you.
Thank you very much, boss. I'll call you for background a bit.
Toridey, why do you call Ma make some quick point here?
One caller a big. This guy, I don't know what I forget. Okay, apparently, he did that person already with you.
This question just maybe for
to
answer.
We will drag in the address the person comment. This is a corona mini should be get for call Mark Brice to order, not Onana. That expectation of Onana puts him in a very tricky position. And that is the reason. That's now the fault they now would continue to make them. Guess what? You see the Onana situation. At some point in time, I wish Etofis can come out and say, "Hey, Cameroonians, you understand? You guys have to understand this young man is struggling with his career. Stand for him. You know what it will mean if Etofis come now
and make that
statement. Say, hey, les gars, soyons patriotiques. On en a d'abord avant tous." But you know why if you ever make that statement? Because when someone comes and disrespects him in front of you, you sit with that person and laugh with that person and do whatever you want to do. So when people they talk say, "Oh, now ministry responsibility," I understand that. But now a logical thing for you to do for just even if you don't want to do them openly, right? Make homos a be say no, on another call that man to order. But when you continue to side with the guy, you continue to say give a passport, you give a passport, you coach Anuji and all of these things, it only shows that now you they continue to propagate other idea them. More take one small round and then we'll close. More start with the MND. Nziabe, get 30 seconds. No drag on my back.
Yeah. No, I just wish if you really get another show, more really try to define roles and responsibility, because I feel like many Cameroonians be carried away. Like this Wakola we just come out call now, as nice as she was. I mean, some of the things about here in terms of roles and responsibility. I just wish we get another show if you really establish some of the roles and responsibilities where any man get into our football space, federation, players, whoever. Yeah.
Okay, my address Betty Banks a comment. He say this sister get oh god, what did I do? He say this sister get sense. Onana is silence of intelligent moves. Sako, you be one make Onana start run him up during that time. Same as way Eto be the imposed time where EBB bring Paul away. Onana they already run him up. I don't know what I talk about. But I remind you say. For 2017, after national team win Nations Cup, like what I don't talk for here, Fabrice Ondua actually send love and support for people for Norso. Today, nobody Onana do anything like that. That is what leaders do. When you win trophies like that, you don't only sit and celebrate to yourself. You think about your brothers and sisters who are going through this difficult situation where, if possible, you wish them to enjoy the competition the same way every other person enjoy the competition.
Yeah, some go chop so have a limit talk say nothing problem, not even Anglophone this thing.
Yeah, but
so no go there. Don't leave and no continue. That's okay.
Let me go chop so your problem did it.
No, you know see beat them back. He said no, now this nothing. No, not beat them back. Be okay. No, be okay. Be okay. Be okay.
He talks about BMF, all things they okay, and they don't play competitions upon competition for Limbe.
Have complaint for them.
Have complaint for them after that.
Because that was the context.
That was the context. Was
okay. That's true.
Most of any man get a right for a political affiliation, right? You know,
okay.
The football management side.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Political affiliation, any man get a right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Edge of your conclusion on the show. You have to get another show. We'll talk about.
Yeah, we forgot another show, but the issue I talking about say, why one bring and say this Onana issue. We gonna have to ever get away forward because the opinion they over there divided for some way we will not ever come to. I don't know. When I say if we get 10 episodes a day for 10 hours each on Onana, we'll not ever come to a conclusion. Because it's just all over. When any man bring an idea, it'll be like you hate Onana. When any man bring the other idea, it'll be like I say, you know, want see anything wrong in Onana. So it just call it just in short, we're there for the same place. We'll go for before come back. So I don't know. But I just like I talk. Me I want me Onana. Bench. Me there for bench. I just say so as we talk. The goalkeeper over mess. If the goalkeeper gets some small average performance, or man, not say mess. If United be win the game, man say 2-1, 3-2. I feel like me catch against Lyon, catch again after. Because the reason why Onana they underperform and then mentally you decide to be disturbed, they the one work on that now because you know say the person way he did next to you. No be that threat, no be that much threat. So next season United get to go for a high profile keeper, not some small man where they come up. They need somebody where they don't catch for some level. If it stand pressure, then you go step on Onana back. You go get Onana back to where he's supposed to be. Like because as Onana will be back. That one I know so Onana he will come back to the best. It's just a matter of time.
Trust me, when we do the criticisms we do, when we push ideas, when we push opinions, then I want to see Onana fail. We want to see Onana get better. Because at the end of the day, even Onana is making a name, whether I like it or not, he make a name for Cameroon and for Africa. Well, no, I know when we talk about the money, you never know where I will go, and because of Onana name, I will benefit from this or that. My picking the also. So when I see it get into things the way it drain his energy and drain his talent, I am so angry. The most I can do, or the least I can do, is sit out here and call him out. Stay away from the politics. Stay away from the drama. Go and reconcile with your spiritual father. Whether you like or not, it's a person be put in 1 franc. If a Tofis do not start funded sport, that coach already does say, oh, now then they pick you, and then they do this, they don't ever do them. Some of we don't ever succeed, and we don't ever get an advantage.
Okay, I just get some point for make. I'm sorry. I just feel say the issue between Oto and Onana. I'm not sure say any of we know him. I'm not sure say not just that footballing thing. Something else is going on because the way it don't go far. As we talk, I see Onana don't make about 2 or 3 outings the way he talk about a career. We talk for yes, Onana they talk bad about Eto. He they talk bad about Eto. Now saying they recognize Eto. See way to do.
Also, no force of person apart for picking over recognize.
Exactly. I don't feel say something.
Yes, like person maybe I think everybody put that one say to Papa. If you know one thing about
Ejab and the problem now will get them. We continue to make it look like before Inter Milan, after Inter Milan, that way they will go play Kaka matches. If they post this, to say, oh, mon frère, oh, mon this and this and that. He was celebrating Eto everywhere. Now, after World Cup Qatar, on a Qatar.
I noticed that World Cup. I noticed that World Cup episode. Something else there besides that World Cup. Okay.
Now, after that World Cup, and NS Obama can spell out clearly. The only problem where Onana get out Eto and say, he get problem with song. If he count on Eto for backing up for the problem, he go meet Eto. Eto tell you say, hey.
And also, Ejab will not be assumed because at least will not play one issue there.
Wait, but the problem I say, Onana and Song they in good terms. Onana and Song they in good terms.
No, but because they will get serious issue that
Song and Alexander Song they in good terms. But guess what? Time Song with the coach team, Alexander Song be criticizing.
No, but I talk say Onana and Song they in good terms. So if not Song be the issue, yes, nothing escalate. I don't think so. I'm not saying that the right now the thing that will happen.
Exactly shows you they go with 10 days. My basic question I say at this point in time, Onana and Samuel Eto, it is obvious that something is wrong. And we all know my opinion to I talk now. It start now when it start now, we start noticing after they kick it out for World Cup. Now when they will everything escalate. Before World Cup, we know about ministry versus Fika foot. We did not know all of these things. It was not on social media. So when I tried for tongue and say, me Onana go back go revisit his life. At the end of the day, now they talk say Naidi still play. Naidi go mess. Naidi go do all of these things. Eto, he get on thing they do. We don't ask you to. They say tell me 3 things where Eto don't where he not make it out of the loss of a foot. You say none.
But really with those things, I really hope that people really put in writing those things. I really wish people really put if you articulate those things where it don't do, we be on log more really should don't some who really understand them.
Some people they say to don't do unlawful things.
Plenty people they talk unlawful nonsense. They
say unlawful, they say nonsense or unlawful.
What's the meaning of
no, if you do lawful thing way, if you do lawful thing way, not correct now. Like I don't talk for yesterday. Like I talk for yesterday. Say,
I'm not the first person to answer question. I don't answer lion. You know, answer question. But many people
they didn't really explain if you understand. You understand? People they talk and they explain. You understand?
Now waste of time. Now waste of time. You get people like now you sabi they just comment and comment and comment and comment. And then after they'll tell you, we don't even know how to work. Now people they trust me, most of the people they you see when Ejab the talk, when Ejab the talk, when you the talk, when Innocent the talk, when Azombi the talk, when Malik the talk, when True Lion the talk, even though I disagree on certain things with True Lion, when they talk, you hear people the way they don't follow football for some time, they don't answer certain things they talk. There's a certain people they know the people that
and so Ejab rationale be important.
Before we close the show. Hello? Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Baba, I beg you get 30 seconds or 40 seconds or 1 minute. More just finish closing show, I beg.
Okay, all right. All right. The two I want to say now, whether we like her or not, whether Cameroonians they like her or not, wait till they happen with football at the level of the national team and maybe even with arguments online. It be orchestrated with this Onana, a beef. We the program say Egeta with a two. And we a two on his own side. And it even show as Zoe and Onana they get anything. Never has a two proven that yeah Onana they get something. But Onana don't make more than 5 outings. What big enumerate and for Onana. We it prove say they get beef with A2. And only that alone, they don't make it don't fall out with a lot of Cameroonians. It will feel be bad. They say when you don't picking, you're picking feel be bad, but you know true that picking, you're picking. It will feel be bad. I get things that would agree with you, yes. But you know will ever take your own pusher under motor. You know be ever do. For stranger for come in our midst, the present coach, where the whole they don't even know he. Now Cameroon they even make this coach forget name now. Then it come, it disrespect the legend who claims he will get them. Then instead of we for telling say, bro, this thing you are doing is wrong. Instead, part of we Onana them they click up we for proof say it will not a bad person. And some of who they celebrate them, they be uncalled for. And whether we like it or not, the thing we Onana the suffer and so the career way it face difficulties now. If he no retreat steps in, if you go back for grassroots. Believe me, on the be ever notice on time for the place where they today. Maybe wrongs they put it for that place. But if the one talk about goalkeepers for Cameroon, for national team, on do I even get name for national team pass Onana. Onana being where he is just a matter of luck. Like a matter of luck. Any man gets luck. And when you don't hit on your doorstep, you take the opportunity as you grab and you move ahead. Believe me or not, Onana, the present situation now with the inside. If you not be very careful, if some club come for you now, may use the opportunity to go because if man you get the least opportunity to get the goalkeeper, they will throw you out. They will throw you out.
Yeah.
They get the beef for that position where Onana beef. They're going to stay for Man U for 12 years. He make 15 errors. Check record at 15. I hear sometimes in 2017. No, now 15 errors the way they need to go with the game maker for 12 years career we get on Man U. But time where they see say the errors that they repeat themselves, they start finding another goalkeeper. Now why that you see they be ready for still sign the contract. They gave him a contract, but now the coach be deny say no, he get a goalkeeper we propose and they bring in Onana. And they pay that money for Onana. I hate it because they be lack wait for do money, but they be saying they get a goalkeeping problem where they be need for solve them. So they bring in Onana because they be want me Onana solve that goalkeeping problem. But when you look at now, instead a worse past the BT time, a worse. Yeah, for runner up. Wait what I want to talk as waiting. They talk say when some man feet you, when finger feet, you not ever bite them. Whether it will be taken like 1 franc so it put them for Onana. Say, bro, I want you to be well, to go far. Then you come for media, you know if you respect. Even that 1 franc talk say the man not help you. He has said it point blank, say it will not help you. Say the pay fees for that school. You will pay fees for that school, but plenty people they do with them for pay that fees, but they
No, so Onana talk, Onana fan then talk.
And Olinga say no man no pay.
Onana don't talk him. He don't talk him.
Onana talk say na you pay. So Onana talk
brother. No, na big brother talk of it.
Listen. If your brother talks on talk, right? If your brother talk, when your brother talk, your brother not if do acting where you know they in support of you, rebuke him.
Absolutely.
You can't rebuke him. Did he rebuke it? No. When it's in a thing where they stand for. If I like, I will go on debate on this. And those things are the way.
Toridey they say again another show. Abanjo talk na say no be Onana talk him. If he support them, it's different from talk and other Abanjo talk.
Yeah, my brother talk, but Olinga said they don't pay as well. So
some person feel you, brother, they bite those fingers and no, those fingers will come back for you. Even as the person say no come back for you, but the spirit of nature will come on you. Nothing that will happen on Onana. And if you don't retreat, you will face worse.
Yeah. Okay. No. I want to conclude. I want first of all some comments for conversation. Now you sabi and Betty Banks. Betty Banks say Sakono neglects us at comment section because you feel saying that True Lion and these other guys them the toxins. That was not what I actually said. But when I want to take another way, it's fine. When I don't run the whole show, when I talk with the house, I call the lie. Oh, the man, the lie. Oh, the man, the support it too. Oh, the man, a hater and this and that. I never said anything. I don't talk one thing when I the one interpreter. And at the same thing when I do them. You understand? When I need to go with the facts, when I need to go with try to understand or when you come for comment section and you make points where you know be logical, points where you know be verified. You understand? You talk like you don't understand certain things. I will tell you the same way you tell me say this I be Onana hater. You don't talk for Onana, don't call me for your Onana hater so many times. And if I talk anything, go read the comment section. Now you sabi don't call me Onana hater more than 20 times for comment section. You don't hear me address them. I don't talk anything because of your opinion. Betty Banks the same thing. You continue for right comments. They say, oh, Toridey really hate Onana. Oh, Toridey. Oh, I don't ignore all that one them. But when I said one thing, all I said was people are innocent and people like this one and people like this one them. When they talk, I listen because when they talk, they're speaking with facts. Then you talk with mind when you realize the man don't do research. Now, when they talk, I will listen. And even them, I still argue them. But when I want to interpret and when I want to interpret that, fine. You know, change the facts. When I talk thing the way no be back to facts. Bring us stories the be back to facts, and then I will listen. In us and conclude. Right. We'll talk about Gandhi. We'll talk about Gabek.
All right. Well, thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for joining. This was a very awesome show. Thank you guys in the comment section. We are really appreciating your input. Don't think that we are despising your comment. Actually, we are just having a shock of ideas, so don't take it personal. We are just having a shock of ideas. Nayu Sabi, thank you very much for your input. Betty Banks, Mr. Nji, thank you. Ajab, thank you. And then Auntie Mamu, thank you for your input and all. We are all building the community. We are all building this platform for the community to express themselves the way we are doing here. So don't feel offended. When tomorrow when we come back in, just come in. We have this conversation. Most people think that this conversation doesn't have an impact. Actually, it does, because guess what? We are in an open air broadcasting system. So everybody, even them, they see it. If Onana himself doesn't see it, a brother or sister can see and tell him. Thank you for contributing with us. But before we conclude, I just want to advise Onana: go clear your issue with your papa. Even go clear your issue with your papa. And we know for fact that nobody paid a franc to go to Fundesport. Nobody did. So we stopped giving false information out there. Nobody paid a franc to go to Fundesport. You were selected. They were selected after playing a tournament organized by the foundation, the Samuel Eto'o Foundation back then. So nobody pay, even their passport. They didn't pay for the passport. They did for them. So let's stop making this false accusation. So now get yourself a very professional, I'm talking to Onana, get yourself a very professional communication team and let them work with you. Don't just put yourself out there. You maybe sometimes your belly will be hot to say something, but let your communication professional talk for yourself, and then they will protect your image. You'll protect the impact of such communication on your career. And we Cameroonian, let's not just hate one another. We can love Onana without hating Eto'o. We can love Eto'o without hating Onana. So let's stick together. And then thank you again. I forgot to mention Dolores and then that was watching us today. Thank you very much for watching. And then you guys, we are together, and together we are stronger.
Don't man plan. Trust me, not before. No worry. Now so we fight for this black platform. I get high blood. Now when are we people like Ajab and Innocent and Z and True Lion and Malik and Azombi when they get calm blood, now they used to control me. When my own no climb on my head, I just scatter out.
But again, we'll announce when next we're having a show, and we'll continue to get these beautiful conversations. See you now.